Alright. There we are. That is active now. Hello, everybody. Welcome, one and all. I'm so happy to see you all here. So, as you know, this is our weekly D&D stream. We are getting ready for some shenaniganry. And because this is going to be endlessly entertaining for me, we've got one of our players who hasn't been able to make it lately is actually able to rejoin us. I'll be joining the Discord shortly, so you'll be able to hear them soon. But I figured if anyone is needing to ask me any questions before we get to, you know, the horrendous things I do to my players for funsies, well then, let's do exactly that. I am just in the process of making sure I have got everything ready. I'm always in a rush at the last moment, as those of you who are familiar with D&D would know. Now, let's see here. Unfortunately, the one big problem we are kind of suffering from is the fact that my OBS is not connected to Twitch for some reason. So that's just gonna make life challenging. I do not know why it's being difficult. But hopefully I'm able to see any comments you all make, and please, I do apologize if there's any inconvenience. I don't know why my stream software is being difficult right now, but it is, so we're just gonna have to work with what we got in the moment. I'm looking forward to this. It's gonna be a lot of fun. I have many wonderful things planned. Doot, and doot. Let's make sure all of our fun toys are ready. We should have everything covered. I just want to double check things here and there. Alright. Just, Probably had a way to prop this up a little higher. Oh well. Anyway, I gotta... No, I want you to stay right there. Alright, let's try not to screw with that too much, shall we? Alright. I wonder if I should lower those down a little so they're more easily seen for the stream. I'll worry about that for next week. Alright. Oh, hang on. Now it's spinning. Oh, look at it spinning. I'm just gonna blame OBS and we'll take it one step at a time, shall we? Alright. As the oven. I need to take my medication. Girls gotta survive after all. I am very much looking forward to how this episode goes. I'm just doing some prep work. Okay. Feel free to ask, like, any questions you have while I'm doing the setup stuff, by the way. I'm a little scatterbrained today. I apologize if there's any discomfort as a result. I believe I've got all that working. I've got all those things statted. I need to handle that all later. But, and boop, and dooch, and dooch, and dooch. Let's see here. I think I've got everything ready. Pretty sure I have everything. I could be wrong, but I think I do. Alright. In case you're wondering what that music is for, I want to make my players afraid. Have more fun. Getting stuff set up, getting stuff, everything's working, I hope. Let's see here. I need a moment, everybody. I apologize for any inconvenience. Getting ready. I've gotta do things. Let's see here. I believe, how do I make that happen actually? Hang on, let me figure something out very quickly, because I'm trying to... So many screens, never enough time for setup. Happens every time. Hey, Fuchsia, it's good. I'm just in the process of getting like everything set up and ready, so we're gonna be good to get started on the D&D in the next 10 minutes. If you want to grab any popcorn or anything while you're waiting, go for it. And yes, you can have some Fanta. Oh, you're done with yours.
Oh, it looks like a tiny fan.
Nope, that's it. Alright. Hello. Ah, I see one of my lovely players has decided to say hi. Alright, I believe... Yes, we see you. Hi, Hestian. Alright. Oh, Hestian, I'm gonna be joining, the Discord shortly. There's actually a thing we need to cover, with, how you've been using one of your skills, but that's a pretty minor thing. It's not a huge deal. I swear, don't look into the music. Nothing bad will ever happen with music this ominous. I know, it happens. You plan to do a thing and you don't get to it, and it's just like... sometimes stuff happens. Alright, I think I've got just about everything I can ready for the moment. So we're gonna go back to that map, and I'm gonna open up the Discord so we can do that. Alright, now that's over. Hello, boys.
Hello.
How are my nerds doing today?
Just finishing up an episode of That Time I Got Transformed into a Slime, or Turned into a Slime.
Ah, it's a very popular isekai. For good reason, it's overall high quality compared to most.
Well, I started watching it before it was popular. And I actually stopped watching it whenever it got popular, and I'm re-watching the whole thing again now.
That is such a hipster thing to say. I hope you understand this.
I am not a hipster. I just don't like mainstream anime. Because it usually starts sucking real bad, and so I stopped watching it.
I mean, I don't know if I'd say that's true for every bit of mainstream anime, but like I can see where you're coming from on that to some degree. Alright, so one thing we do need to cover about Hestian, I don't remember what it is you need to go over. The one thing I need to mention to you is, going over stuff, something about your psionic talent die and how you've been using it.
Okay.
When you go into the description of it, where it's set for the psi-bolstered knack, it specifically says for doing that if you fail an ability check.
Okay.
Yeah. Was going over stuff earlier, saw that. Figured something to keep in mind for the future.
That's no problem.
Yeah, just like, you know. That's literally it. Was there anything you needed to cover?
Well, it was just about the clairvoyance thing.
Right.
How that was going to be handled.
So, like, mechanically, the spell can only really be used to gain information in the current time in the material world. That being said, I don't think it's unreasonable for you to have different ways of getting that information. Whether it's peering through the void itself or whatever, flavoring, I don't think is going to be any issue for how you're getting it. I believe there's different spells. I believe there's different spells for looking into the future. I just don't remember which ones they are, but I know they're all, like, under the divination school, though.
I think one of them is like augury or something like that.
Well, augury, I know of it. It is limited because it can only see like half an hour into the future. It's why it's only a second level spell. But that being said, it does have a lot of cool uses, and I'm trying to remember which one. Riley, who plays Gonthar, uses one of them regularly in my other campaign. I cannot remember which spell it was for the life of me. I think it was like Commune or something. And, like, we did some very cool narrative flavoring with that, but all in all, like, the information they were getting was still just as limited as it would be through normally casting the spell, so. Are we enjoying the ominous music?
I actually had the music off when I was watching.
That's fair. How you doing, Cross?
But I did hear it. It was ominous.
Alright. Oh, don't worry. Nothing bad will ever happen to you.
Every time you say that, something very bad happens, and I don't trust you anymore.
Oh, that's hurtful.
Yes, it's supposed to hurt. Seems like you chuckle nuts have gotten into some hot shit, and I mean that literally. You're fighting a literal lava armadillo of sorts.
I mean, fighting it is a strong word. They're trying to wrangle the one without hurting it, and the other, when last we left off, looked like it was about to stomp a face.
For goodness sake. How many weeks of how many weeks of not being on this fucking session, and I'm like already seeing some other shit going on.
Well, I mean,
one fucking
don't worry too much about it, because, like, initiative has not yet been rolled, so, like, maybe nothing bad will happen this time. We'll see.
I'm not even there, so what's the point? I might as well just leave the street. I might as well just leave the Discord.
I mean,
the Discord voice call.
To put it bluntly, one, don't. You can just be quiet while you're waiting for your getting called in. But two, you forget. I'm the one who plays God, so if I need to make something happen off screen, oh, and suddenly you're there, I do.
Oh, freaking. Alright, fine.
Just relax. Enjoy it. Listen to who's ever on recap, which reminds me, I need to check my notes on who's on recap this week. Oh, it's Gonthar on recap this week.
Has she leveled up her character yet?
Yes, fortunately. She had it leveled up before last session because I told her she was not allowed to RP if she didn't have her character leveled up.
And just to make sure, everybody in stream, and especially our friend Hestian knows. I told her this like last week hey Riley, I leveled up Atlas, even though I wasn't gonna be on the session for like how many weeks, and yet you haven't leveled up Gonthar, and you're constantly like playing these games weekly. How does that make you feel?
I mean,
And I'm like, yep, that. Like,
it's her decision
I mean,
if she wants to, you know, make her character in a position where she can die more easily.
maybe.
Alright, we've got about 1 more minute before everyone should be in here.
No, I gotta get my voice ready. Oh, good God. Finally back. Finally back.
Hey,
Chuckle.
welcome, Mike.
Chuckle.
Sorry, I was doing hyphen.
It's fine. I understand. I'm not
Crap.
judging. I'm just making sure people know that we are at the start time, so I want to make sure people are here and ready. If you need to, like, hit pause on a game or hit save or, like, do something, you know, now's a good chance. Alright.
It was.
Sorry, what's that, Mike? I can't hear you.
I think his audio mixed up probably.
Is it for everybody?
Yeah, you're
Yeah,
sounding
I
like
can barely hear you.
you sound like you're quiet, like you're farther away from the microphone.
On.
Alright. Stream is now switched over to see the game.
Oh shit, Hades 2 just released.
Oh, nice.
Well,
Yeah,
it's
do I
in
sound
early
any better?
access.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's better. And it's in early access right now, so, you know, there's only so much you can do with it, presumably, but I've heard good things. Never actually got to finish it in the first one. I should do that. Maybe on, like, a day off, I just, like, do an entire day of streaming and see how badly I keep dying at the game. By the way, hi, Leon.
Hey.
And I
And
see you
Riley.
there too, Riley.
Finally, she leveled up her character.
Hello. Bold of you to assume I did.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Oh, it's okay. I
Not that
checked.
down, Robin. Not that down, Robin. If she didn't level up her character, we just deafen and mute her from this Discord call.
Oh, there's so many ways I could handle that. I'm just not going to right now because I already know she was a good girl and made sure her character was leveled up. Alright.
What if I undid it? You never know.
Well, then you
Okay,
are...
you heard?
then that would make you an idiot. And if there's one thing I know about you is you may be weird and silly, but you're usually not an idiot.
Only when it comes to puzzles is she not an
Usually.
idiot.
Usually.
I know
Well,
what I
you
Give it
said.
currently
math
had a
puzzles.
week to think of how to fix this problem.
Oh,
I. Ah!
Got her! Got her! Got her.
No, you don't got me. I'm not the one who fucking caused the problem.
Oh my.
You
It's not on me to solve it. I'm trying
you
to.
took the lead on this.
I know. Because
You said not to kill them, so we're
Hestian
trying not
taking
to.
The lead would
oh.
try to kill the fucking elementals.
Well,
Are you sure? I wouldn't be surprised if you tried to sleep with them.
Oh my god.
That's fair. That's actually extremely fair.
That doesn't sound right.
well,
Maybe
it is.
Maybe I should have assumed that. I don't know.
Well, nerds, it is now 8:32. We are at our start time, and now that everybody is here and ready, let us get started with the recap this week. Gonthar.
Oh, am I up? Well,
Yeah, you're on recap.
So, at the start of the session, last session, we were having dinner. Dinner? Lunch? We were having
Food.
a late lunch. We'll go with that. And we sat for a time talking about each other's lives. And then we eventually got up and went back to going about our day. Zara had Gonthar try out smithing a rune into a dagger, and it ended up lighting on fire for a little while. That was fun. And then it eventually went out. We went and talked to Golmstead now about what we could do with it, and she was like, dumbass. And so then we moved on. And Hestian brought everyone together because he had found that there was a what's the friggin' quest? There's the word. About hunting down some elementals that were causing some mischief, and Hestian wanted to interrogate them. He's been wanting to do that for the entire session, pretty much. Half the session, I don't know. And since we then moved and went to try to actually engage with them, and Gunthar tried to she is trying diplomacy, trying not to fucking get them killed, but it looks like one may or may not be charging, and that is going to ruin everything. God damn it. Right. And that's about where we are. I am not at my computer at the second, but I will be.
That is more or less an accurate summary, yes. So, unless there's anything of importance anyone would like to mention from before.
I just want to point out one other thing. Once Hestian realized these things weren't verbal, he pretty well lost all interest in them.
Yes, and he was a very
And he's currently
sassy.
sitting up against the tree.
Alright, so, starting off with where we picked up from last time. The rest of you have been watching Gonthar as she tries to get the magma sharks to not fight anyone. And Vintosh, as you have been here, you've seen that this one is looking like he is about to charge. Initiative has not yet been rolled because Vintosh, as this one looks like he's about to charge you, I'm going to give you a choice. You can either just get ready to punch him, you could try to dodge out of the way, which will require a dex save, or you can try to wrestle it to the ground and contain it, seeing if that can enable it to calm down, perhaps. Which will be an athletics
Well,
for grappling.
Let's try to wrestle it to the ground.
Alright, fantastic. So, it looks as though it's about to charge you. I'm gonna want that athletics roll, please.
16, not too bad.
No, not bad at all. Oh, wow. So that's how this one's
Thank
going.
you.
Wow.
Alright,
Fucking thank you.
so, this
I will not be able to do it.
this creature of fire and earth charges towards you, and as it goes to knock you over, you end up getting it to the ground and pinning it. How does Vinkosh go about grappling this thing?
Okay, so Vikosh will first plant his feet into the ground, wide stance. Prepare to catch it by the sides of its large plate in the head. Using his elemental strikes, he's going to ignite his hands to at least try to protect himself from the flames before catching the plate and just holding his ground for as long as he can until it stops charging. If it persists, he'll just twist his body and pull it to the ground.
Yeah. So, as you catch this thing coming towards you, you can tell it's not stopping what it's attempting to do. So you end up twisting and you pin it to the ground. And because it rolled about as bad as one absolutely can on an athletics check, you pin it down and it gnashes and tries to kick off. And despite its best efforts, it cannot break free of your grip. You are going to take a small amount of fire damage before it relents because of just how these creatures operate. The heat coming off of it is so intense, even you with your resistance still struggle a little bit. So 8, so in your case that would be 4 fire damage.
And
that's-
Curve is fine, she's immune.
Yeah. That said, after a few moments of its struggling, you can see it relents. And gives up.
How about we go to your friend, yeah?
Alright. You begin leading it over as it does not seem to resist you anymore.
Thank you so
So
much.
any idea where you're planning on actually take them?
Yep, I know exactly where I'm taking them. We won't go through the town. We'll go around. They're going inside the volcano.
Alright. So, with that settled, and these two creatures handled. Alright, I feel like I'm about to sneeze, and it's... It's not coming, but I feel the sneeze is close. I hate that. Anyways, sorry. So, you begin making your way back to town. Hestian, thoroughly disappointed by not encountering something with which he believes he can be used for the efforts he wishes to make. But you have been able to at least prevent them from causing any further damage in the area. And as you take them through the dirt paths, the game trails that have been stomped on by larger creatures, creating a wider berth from the actual forestry, you are finding yourself struggling not so much to keep these things following you, but it's really more just to keep them from accidentally setting more of the forest on fire as they are traveling, as these things are just raw earth and fire incarnate, so their very presence heats up the air around them.
I do have some abilities for keeping fires contained, so I will be using those. Just cantrips and stuff.
Of course. And as you travel, and you know it's about a full day's travel, at this point it is fairly late at night. However, about, I'd say, an hour into making your way back, you actually spot a familiar face as Atlas. The others left ahead of you some time ago on a small job, and you were still in the process of trying to track down more information, because you know one of the people with whom you have a vested interest is somewhere in the general area. While you were still in town, however, hanging out in the mead house, you found out through listening to people talk the spotting of someone who matched a description very important to you, and an approximate direction that, while not exactly the same as where your compatriots were, not that far off. And so you hopped on your ride to follow after them, meeting up with them, knowing that the person is perhaps maybe only slightly out of your way to the east, last you heard.
Yep, Atlas. I guess Atlas would feel like every second of like the day, he's just like he's getting impatient. I would say he's like, I need to kill Clyde. I need to kill Clyde. And yeah, he is probably one of the he's one of those like the hottest of heads, and I mean like pretty.
Yeah, he is.
Shut up. Except you have a literal hot head. You have a literal hot head. Your head's on fire.
In fairness, it is not the head that is hot. He does not have a head. Not really.
Oh, for goodness sake. But I guess Atlas in his thoughts would say like, Clyde is one of those like very anger management type of guys. Like the moment he gets angry, the more he's just like, what the fuck are we gonna do? How are we gonna calm this motherfucker down? And Atlas decides like, yeah, even though like he did find clues of him and wanted to pursue him right then and there, he obviously the twins, Waterfowl and Waterfell. We're just like, we got a mission to transport the goods to Golio spawn. So I'm like, yeah, fine, I'll stay a bit longer and I'll get my friends, yeah, so that we can do another little hunt, so to speak. And so yeah, where would I be approaching from? From the north, I believe?
You are approaching from the north, correct. You know you need to continue up north a little bit more and then head west in order to...
Pebble's dead.
Yeah, that's easy to fix. But yes, you know...
There we go.
You know that it's not too far to the north. We also have, I believe, a nice little chariot for you to be pulled behind.
Oh, yeah. You're right. I got the chariot. It's probably like right here, and I'm just like there.
Yeah.
But there it is. I'm under the chariot. There we go. I guess as Atlas arrives, he'll just like announce his presence in a loud voice. He'll say, "Seems like you've got yourselves in a rather big predicament, I see." As he rides on his stone elk and dragging the cart.
Unless, don't scare them.
Why do you need them alive?
So we don't kill them.
That doesn't answer my question. But
It was upon request by Gunvar.
Apparently, she has issues with killing elementals, but not anything else.
I see.
Well, there aren't very many of them.
Well, I don't know about Golio's spawn, and well, I really don't know. It's been a while. Perhaps they might be a bit wary of those things.
They'll be fine. They're not gonna see them.
Where will even keep them? That's the
The
question.
volcano.
Where will even keep them? That's the question.
The volcano.
The volcano. He's just like, Alice just like looks at Gunther. Is like, are you serious?
Yeah.
The volcano, really?
Yes. That is a perfectly normal place.
Well, I won't stop you. In any case.
Well, they wouldn't be them. There.
Yeah.
Hi.
Atlas.
I miss you a lot.
Missed you too.
Talk with us.
Well, unfortunately, introductions aside, there's something that, along the way here, I have, found another one from my list. Well, rather not
Your list?
found. My list of people I need to kill.
Oh, that one. Yeah.
And this one is perhaps probably one of those people that you'd rather not say something out of line before he throws a major tantrum. He's a hothead, basically. Not like you, literally, but like temperament. He is quite a hothead. And he is to the east, last I heard, from the information I've gathered in Golio's spawn. So, like the time with Tide, Donovan Tide, I would ask of you to help me once more. As he turns to Hestian, he's like, "Yes, if you want the scales, I will give you the scales, but later. I don't have any on me right now."
I was going to ask because you show up for the first time, you don't even say so much as hello. Aside from that, you simply say, "Oh wait, I have another job for you." So, if we're going to have a strictly business relationship, I have no issue with that.
Uh, fine. I don't have any skills on me right now. Probably later.
Oh, I can wait.
I'll add that on my tab. In any case,
I do hope that you, well, actually no, you came along with, Lady Firstborn, so you all did bring the drink that you were supposed to bring. Speaking
As a
of,
as
I
a
think I can use a
reminder,
drink now.
above table, as the DM, Atlas has been in town for a little while, and he did join you all during the dinner at the end at the start of last session and the end of the session before. I just wasn't doing the roleplay on his behalf, so presumably there was some
never mind.
chat.
There
As a-
probably was some merriment, a little bit.
a little
I'm
socializing.
still happy to see him.
If you would like to give a very brief explanation from Atlas's perspective of why these people matter, we can take a few seconds now if you want to give a very brief one.
Yes. Basically, Atlas and his supposed crew of miners, like they were supposed to be looking for. Obviously, I think you told this to them about, like when I was starting my college stuff. It was about a rainbow-colored ore, and being the greedy motherfuckers that the four of them were, they caused a cave-in so that they can take the rainbow-colored ore for themselves and leave me to die. And so yeah, I come back with a vengeance, undead. I don't know who the fuck brought me to life, unlife. I don't know, but yeah, I'm here now.
Well, it is nice to actually have an explanation as to why you want to kill these people.
Well,
I thought he already gave one.
Yeah,
I
you already
did.
told us. I think you
I-
forgot.
He told us.
being undead.
I mean,
has-
out of character, he never told us that.
He did.
Did he?
Told us. He told us.
He told us.
Yeah, I think it was during my my time when I was already
He-
going to like leave for college.
Yeah, like
you know.
Yeah.
like Hestian asked him and he replied.
Yeah, so
He told you.
I-
I think you forgot.
Okay, I don't remember that. I'll have to go look back
Okay.
at the
It's-
recording because
it's-
I don't remember that at all.
It's
It's
fine.
fine. It's fine.
I'm assuming we gave a very brief explanation, and Atlas would have probably gone into more details during the dinner. But we're doing a pretty brief
Well, I mean, like
one.
that's literally the only issue that Hestian has is the fact that he just wanted to go and do all this and actually giving zero information.
fair enough.
He
fair
technically
enough.
told us like 3 times now.
Yeah, I think I did. Yeah,
told-
but
He
But
told
that-
you when you first asked him for the gold, and then he told you again after we killed the first guy, and now he's told you a 3rd time.
Well, again,
Wait, he
this
asked
was-
for gold?
again,
No,
this
it's a
was
scale.
this was meant
Scales,
to be.
that's what I meant.
This was meant to be a very brief overview as a reminder, which, as you are traveling, if you want to ask for more details about specific people, you can do that. So,
yes.
continuing, as you all were.
Yeah, he just gives you. Atlas would just give you a brief overview of like the reason why these people need to die. Well, in his quest for vengeance, rather.
Well, I do apologize then, because like I said, I don't remember any of that. But
It's
that being
fine.
said, Hestian's opinion of the entire matter would be very, very different, and he would have absolutely no issue helping you kill these guys.
Fair enough.
Absolutely fantastic.
And, yeah.
All right, so
Then Atlas would. I guess Atlas will obviously then recap saying that one of them, name of Clyde Wildfire, is to the east. In Gold. Well, I have no recollection of specifically where. My memory is getting hazy now. But yes. Hopefully you guys can help me kill him.
He's not in the town, is he?
He was not. He was east of town.
don't mind me. I'm moving you around so I can copy and paste for moving you to whatever next map you may or may not be going to.
Fair enough.
So,
But yeah.
as I presume you are doing the walk and talk thing, you have an approximate of where last seen, and you have several people who are very capable of this. Would someone give me a survival check to see if they cannot help Atlas narrow down where these people he's so personally invested are?
Could I use my particular set of skills to try to find these people?
In what way would you like to do that?
You cut out, sorry.
In what way would you like to do that?
I mean, just survival, or, my perception. I mean, because, this is kind of my bag.
Well, no, that's not
I
unreasonable.
am one who has a particular set of skills.
You specialize more in tracking people than creatures. This is true.
I am tracking people.
So, I mean, you're more than welcome to. If anyone else wants to roll survival as well, you can. Different information is going to be based on the person and what their roles are.
Uh-huh.
First roll of the session, not 20.
Of course. Well, not the first roll
So
of the session. That was
basically,
Vinkosh.
Atlas is like, I gotta find this guy, and I'm like, well, I have a particular set of skills.
It's like, now that I know why you want him dead,
Hey.
I'm happy to make him dead.
Yeah, basically.
And with a now much more enthusiastic Hestian, as not only do you know more, but this now matters a bit more to you. You're a little happier to help deal with an asshole. You're having...
It definitely hits home.
Yeah, absolutely. So you are a bit more invested. 18 is a pass as well, but that is very nice nat 20 there. It's very nice. So, you begin looking around, and you are able to find tracks of what appears to be something that is in the area and is moving around. And one thing you note right away is that whomever these tracks belong to, they're certainly not alone. And little by little, you get closer. The tracks, hard to spot in the dark of night, but not impossible. And in the distance, you can spot something. I would like everyone to give me perception checks.
Perception. Un momento, por favor.
Perception.
Yeah,
Hey,
perception.
dirty 20. Dirty 20.
Haha. 7.
I mean, Gonthar and Vinkosh are a bit distracted by trying to make sure that the magma land sharks are not...
The elemental.
Yeah, they're not causing a ruckus or trying to run away. They seem to be following you, more or less behaving at the moment. Let's see here. Do you have anything giving you advantage on this, Hestian?
I don't. No, I was getting ready to say that. I don't have advantage on that.
Alright, no, just
It
checking.
was a 14, I think.
Alright, 14...
Is a fortune a success or a failure?
It is a failure. So...
Aha!
So now, yes, you can use your thing. Alright, so 17 is a success, 16 is a success, Atlas, your 20 is a success. So, while Vinkosh and Gonthar are a bit distracted, trying to make sure that the creatures following you don't, make a run for it in any way, the rest of you see something in the distance. Two figures. One, the individual that Atlas seeks, but something about the way he's behaving seems odd. And another, far more unpleasant silhouette, mostly humanoid, but there's just something very wrong about it.
Before we get any closer, would like to chime out into Gunther, Zara, and Vinkosh's head if they'll allow the intrusion. Hi guys. For the next 4 hours while we're within 4 miles of each other. And then I'm going to tell Zara. So basically, I'm going to say, up ahead, I do see 2 of them. They're acting strange though. Zara, let happen. Because I can only connect the 3 of you guys.
All good. All good.
I didn't get the
Be
last
careful
part.
then.
I assume we didn't understand the last bit of what you said.
No, I was just saying that I can only
something,
connect.
something.
Well, yeah, I was just telling Zara to tell Atlas, and then I was just saying out of character because Hestian can only connect to 3 people. He connects to Zara and has Zara connect to Atlas if he could.
I didn't hear Zara tell Atlas. That's all. No.
All right, we're good then to continue. Please do.
I psychically say over to Atlas, look in the direction I'm looking.
He does so.
Well, Atlas, you saw them
Immediately
as well.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
I
you
guess
did?
I did. I
Oh, you
got
got a
the
20,
dirty
never mind.
I got the dirty 20, so I'm like, I see.
I don't know what his eyeballs are looking at.
I don't have any eyeballs.
Exactly.
Me neither.
Don't.
Hey, hey,
No. Anyways, Atlas will just mentally, he will psychically say, I see them too. The one with red hair is mine. Yeah,
Seems
Clyde
to be
has.
acting strange.
He's not having a temper tantrum, that's for fucking sure. He would have had one by now.
Cocks an eyebrow, looks at you.
Trust me. He has had at least 5 temper tantrums the times when we would go into the mines. And how he wasn't fired is beyond me.
fired.
Fired. Don't you? Oh my god. The puns.
This is gonna be
I do not miss the puns whatsoever, you guys.
He's never coming back, guys.
I'm leaving. I'm leaving. Going back to college.
So,
Oh god.
I'm
Oh,
going
God.
to move you all to the next map. You are at the bottom corner right now, purely so you
Bottom
can
right
see
corner.
what is ahead of you.
All right. Bottom right corner of the map.
Indeed.
Where are we?
Where you are is irrelevant at the moment. This is so you can see, which you can see this individual here. The one with which
There it is.
Anime.
Anime. I had to.
Yes,
This is
hot
the
music.
only.
Cross wanted to submit which things to use for the people he cares so much about, so I let him. But
I had no other choice. I had to do it.
But that's not the only thing you see. Because the other thing you see, I believe it was it Shift Z, Alt Z to make the thing visible? It was Shift Z.
I
You see
think shift.
that
It shifts that.
next to
Damn,
it.
he's. That's a bulbous looking motherfucker.
As this thing seems to be slowly walking, and I'm gonna say Atlas and Hestian, make me insight
Honored.
checks.
Insight checks. Oh,
Insight,
alright.
please.
Oh, where is?
I'm not very good at insight.
Damn. Neither am I.
You know, you keep saying I'm not very good at insight, and then you keep rolling good. Maybe you should stop saying that.
That's
I mean,
the.
it is like one of my, it's like in the category 4 of my skill list, so it is one of my lower rolls.
Uh-huh. So,
You still got a 50. You got a 20.
so, Atlas, You're not picking up on
Yes.
anything because you are very singularly focused. That is a failure. Remember, for those of you who have failed, feel free to add to your luck points. Hestian, yours is a
Oh, yeah, that's
success. As you are staring, watching this grotesque thing that seems to be moving slowly behind this person. You're not sure, but it almost seems like a moment like this thing is commanding him. And this wildfire individual, his movements are a little stiff. Almost like he's not entirely in control.
Well, isn't that just the most interesting turn of events? It
What
appears
is?
that your friend doesn't seem to be. Well, I can't talk to him. So.
You can say it out loud.
I'm gonna say to Zara. I'm not gonna say it out loud. This thing might hear me. Screw that. Why talk out loud when I don't have to? I'm gonna say to Zara, you should let our friend know that his howl up there seems to be being controlled by that creature. Perhaps if we destroy the creature first, we could then deal. I say in Atlas, you would see a wide grin kind of spread across my face as I'm thinking this to the rest of the party. With the other one, with his senses fully intact.
We can at least get some answers, I think. Maybe they're not exact. Maybe Atlas might not have the right of it.
I guess Atlas is just like staring daggers at Clyde.
Zara, do you
Even though-
We should
pass the
probably let
information
him know
along?
that he won't get his proper revenge unless we deal with that creature first.
Zara?
Hi.
Hi, did you hear what was being
Oh,
said?
dude.
Zara just looks at Atlas and says out loud, but in a hushed tone. Hestian says that the one that's more close to us might be controlling your friend. If you want to take out the one that's closer to us first, though, that you can have more of a heart-to-heart with your friend, then
I just look over at Zara
that's
like,
the case.
bro.
I was trying to be quiet, bro!
Bro!
I said in a hushed tone. I just hardly do in voice.
It's
I'm
fine,
not-
it's fine.
You said you were doing it in a hushed tone. That is enough given we're on voice chat.
Well, no, it was just the fact that he
Um,
said it. That's what Heston was looking like. Dude, like what?
Plus, if I do a psychic, my telepathy to him, he can't do it back. He has to speak
Oh,
aloud.
it's only a one way. Okay.
Yeah.
So there's literally no point to me doing it.
Well, I mean, I guess I could actually, you know what? In that case, then I didn't know that. In that case, I'll burn one of my psionic energy die and make a connection between me and Atlas. It'll be a private one between the two of us, though.
Yeah.
I mean,
I will.
you
I mean,
can't just think
feeling
both
that
connections
familiar-
at the
Technically,
same
if
time.
he doesn't know that, he doesn't know that, and that's metagaming.
Yeah.
No, I know. I am letting.
He wouldn't know.
I am letting Hestian know. Since these are separate connections you have access to, you can be thinking to both of them at the same time. It is still the one brain.
So yeah, but they are right because Hestian wouldn't know that about Zara's thing yet because he's talked like Zara has spoken to him in his mind, and then Hestian was able to respond to him. That was because of Hestian's natural telepathy though. So yeah, I won't do that right now, but that is something we'll have to get cleared up later. Zara.
Yes.
Fair enough. Just like Zara. I guess Atlas, after you say that if you want, we should, like, you suggest we take care of this bulbous thing before getting to my colleague, he'll say, fine.
Alright. So, two questions. One, are you looking to approach them stealthily? And two, what are you wanting to do with those land sharks? that have been following you?
I don't want to divert attention away from them.
I'm gonna do a thing. I'm curious because it's me.
That's a long way
I'm
away.
gonna step back till I get closer to them. I'm gonna lean down and I'm gonna have Key tell me how to say it. And then I'm gonna say in the tongue of the origins, please stay here and wait.
I could always have my companion look after them while we're dealing with these guys.
And I'm gonna do it psychically.
I'm going to need a performance roll from you, Zara.
Remember it's 11. I'm gonna re-roll it.
Okay. Go for it.
Zip. 14, that's better.
Yeah, 14 is better. So, you use your personal psionic abilities. You push this to these creatures, Key guiding you on how to phrase it. Even saying it in your mind is a little difficult, just because of... Well, it's just such an odd way of communicating, not like the tongue spoken by the average person. This is just so foreign. And you could feel, even just thinking about it, each word said has some power attached to it. And these elemental creatures, while not made directly by a broodling, a dove, or an origin, do seem to at least comprehend what you are saying on some level, as they appear to be staying still.
Appreciated. And then he'll join the group again.
Alright, the rest of you, if you're paying attention and you care enough, you do see that Zara has done something, and now these creatures are just like... They're not completely motionless, they're just like... Almost like they're hunching down and waiting.
They sit like dogs.
Kind of? Not exactly.
Thank you so much.
Cute.
It's more of they're just hunched down and waiting. If you are wanting to sneak up as well, I will let you know, Atlas, you know you'll probably want to leave Pebble behind. Just so that if Pebble is there and also holding still along with these creatures, that's really one less thing you're gonna have to worry about getting deadified in the middle of a fight.
Yep, fair enough. He would have dismounted. He would dismount and then he would just like look to Pebble and just be like nod. Pebble, obviously Pebble will get that thing. He just like stay right here.
Yeah.
And then Pebble will just like act like a motionless statue.
Yeah. And
Look like a.
And Pebble will be saying next. Alright, now back to the first question is the group wanting to approach this stealthily?
I'm just gonna stay where I am.
Prefer if we did, because
I'll try to get closer.
Alright,
As
I would like
I
a
guess,
group stealth
before-
roll then, please.
before that, I will cast. I guess I can do this intrinsic. Wait, I forgot I can do this intrinsically because of my Earth Walk. So actually no, I think it's not it's merged with stone. Sorry, I can do the pass without trace, without material components.
Let's see here. Does this allow you to cast it on other people or just yourself?
I think it
It's
does.
a pass without a trace spell.
Yeah, it's a
Okay,
spell.
so yeah, you can
Yeah.
target multiple creatures
It's
with
the
it.
entire
That's
one,
pretty handy.
yeah, but without material components. So yeah, you guys
Alright.
have pass without trace on.
So plus 10 to your stealth checks.
Nice.
Ugh.
I'm gonna
Late team,
cast
but still suck.
Zara's Minute Meteor, or Minute Meteor,
13.
and
oh
I'm
my
gonna
God.
subtle spell it as it's
That-
now ready.
Look at that.
Fantastic. Let's see here.
Got a 13. Damn.
Now, Vinkosh, if you have
I need the stealth roll even if I'm not moving.
More or less, yes, because from where you're not where you are on the map at the moment, you're a little off outside of the map. This was so you could actually see what was in front of you.
Oh,
So
okay.
so you do have to get a tiny bit closer.
18.
Before we get into battle, I would like as we're kind of talking about what we want to do in that regard. I do want to cast clairvoyance on our boy Lara.
What?
Odd time to do it, but okay.
So basically, still just keeping the same tabs. Trying to see, things that he does that might be able to help jog his memory for his spell casting. And I rolled a 3 on my psionic power die or psionic talent die, so I can cast that spell without material, verbal, or somatic component.
Excellent. I mean, you're certainly able to throw that up.
You can only see between one or the other. You know that, right?
What do you mean?
You can either look through your eyes or you can look through the sensor's eyes. And it takes an action to switch.
It takes away your.
Yeah.
Your sight.
Yeah. That's fine because it does have a range on it. I don't remember what the range is.
The range is 120 feet.
No, it doesn't have a range. Yeah, so I mean, I can still see.
No,
That's
wait,
fine.
sorry, I'm looking
It'd
at
be weird to see that way, though.
The range is 1 mile.
Sorry, no, I was looking at the minute
it's weird to see that way, but whatever.
I mean,
You're doing a weird third-person game.
You can do that. It is an odd choice of something to do right before a fight, but you can do it. Unfortunately, as you are already here, and you can kind of see yourself from outside your body as well, there's really nothing that stands out as different from how stuff is being done that you might be able to clue in on.
As the spell kind of kicks off, because I can't concentrate on it for up to 10 minutes. So as it kicks off, like you all just kind of see Hestian pause for a minute, and he like looks up at an odd angle and like starts like touching at his face, and then he like creates a blade and kind of starts like tidying himself up, and like kind of cleans off a little bit of 5 o'clock shadow, right, and then starts heading off with you guys.
Zara casts a spell and no one knows it.
This is true.
I know it. I'm closely watching.
You don't know it. Subtle
No,
spell.
subtle spell.
Fair enough.
Alright, so. No, overall, the lowest you have in terms of stealth is 18, which means everyone has passed. That is
Actually,
phenomenal.
a 13. I got a 13 because of my heavy armor. Well, heavy armor being scale mail, because scale mail imposes
I mean, it's a
disadvantage on my
medium
stealth
armor,
checks.
but it's still a stealth disability at the moment, unfortunately. Anyways,
So I'm a 13.
let's see here. Let me check a couple of things. I need to double check a thing. Boop, boop, doop, boop, doop. Okay, so that is an 18, a 13, a 26, a 34, and an 18. Huh. Interesting. Still a pass, surprisingly. In any case, now that your stealth is settled, you may position yourself where you feel is needed, as we are going to be setting up the initiative counter.
I'm gonna get at least maybe here. If that's close, close enough or something.
I'm gonna say you probably get to about probably about 40 feet away before you would need to make another stealth roll at this point, because it is fairly dark and you're not entirely sure what this thing's vision capabilities are, but it's also not looking in your direction at the moment.
Okay then. I'll stay there then. I'll stay right there, 40 feet. And then let me roll initiative. Could be better. I have a 1
Oh.
I have a 1 in.
Vinkosh, there you go. Alright, so, once everybody's initiatives are there, let me know, is everybody ready to get started?
Let me just check my prepared spells if I have ones I want. Yeah, I think I have the ones I want.
Let me
Some
just
people,
check
unfortunately, were not
my
selecting their
spell.
tokens. Alright.
Sorry, I was studying some stuff.
Alright, let's see here. You need to have yours set because it was not added in for some reason. Alright, and let's see here. We've got Zara, Atlas, Hestian. I still need the initiatives from Vinkosh and Gonthar.
I'm seeing 2 of Hestian for
initiative.
some
Yeah,
reason.
sorry.
I'm seeing 2 of Hestian, I think. Or
Good
maybe it's a
job.
glitch.
No,
I think it's
there's a
bug.
Zara,
I'm
there's an
seeing-
Atlas, and there's a Hestian.
I see 2 Hestians as well.
Yeah, I see.
Weird.
Yeah, I'm seeing double.
Hang on.
Oh. Oh
Weird.
well, it's the same initiative number anyway, so
Yeah.
it wouldn't really matter.
It's fine.
Yeah, we'll work around it. It's not
And
a
of
huge
course,
deal.
Gonthar getting another natural 20 after the one she did with for stealth.
Yeah.
Yeah. Alright. Let's get started. You are stealthed, and
Yay.
these creatures are currently surprised. Let's start off at the top of initiative with Gonthar. What do you want to do?
Okay, now I kind of wish that I had moved closer. Did not think I was gonna go first. Okay. Well, let's see.
I'm picking
They
the combat
are-
music.
Sweet. I am going to, so I should only have advantage on the first of these.
Nah, you know, I don't like that one. We'll do that
Actually,
one.
wait. No, I can do it this way.
That'll
no,
work.
never mind. I apparently did not bring in the spell blindness, deafness properly onto my character sheet, but I do have it. I will use it next turn, I suppose. After I go and fix that. I'm going to release 3 large streaks of orange hot magma at this one.
And at this one?
First one's at advantage. Hello? Oh.
Yes, at this
Okay.
one? Make your rolls.
Yeah. 1, 24. 9, 11. Okay.
Alright, so unfortunately the 9 and the 11 are going to miss. The 24, however, does hit, as I'm just double checking something. Okay, so it is taking that much.
I consider that a success.
Alright,
That's a success in my book.
so you fire the spell, all 3 rays shoot out, and the one that connects with this thing, you see it sears into this thing's flesh, but it doesn't look like it's burning as intensely as you feel it should.
Yeah. Yeah, that tracks.
Alright, bonus action.
Okay. 9. No, I should be fine.
Alright,
I
fantastic.
don't think I have anything useful for that. So.
You still have your movement if you'd like to go anywhere?
I'm fine where I am. So this is a divot, yeah? This spot here.
Not
like this
not a very
this
big
here
one.
is how
Like-
big is it?
It's maybe like a foot high.
Oh, I thought it was a good deal more.
it's not.
Okay. Alright. My intention was to be using cover. I really thought this was a lot higher than that.
Unfortunately, not
Can
this
I
time.
have instead been over 9 here?
You
Because
can.
I only got here because of
I mean, you can move yourself back. You still have movement to get yourself behind the tree.
Okay. This is where she would have started.
Alright.
Okay, thanks.
That's everything for you? Fantastic. Zara,
Yeah,
you're up.
just staying behind the tree.
Zara's gonna slowly pull his hands together as a ball is fiery mass is forming in his hands, and he's gonna throw it up into the air. And then in this order, what's gonna happen is two of Zara's minute meteors are going to hit this boy.
Mm-hmm.
So bloop bloop.
Alright, let's get it to make its dex saves.
And then a fireball in the form of a larger meteor is going to come down. This will be full damage. So ice as it goes up into the sky and then comes down as a frozen meteor, essentially.
So the first
Oh,
two from the
they all say,
meteors, are they fire as well? Because you said
Nope,
the one
the
is
fireball
cold.
is ice.
Okay, so the meteors are fire, the fireball is ice. Got it.
Yep, I only subtle spelled it.
That's entirely fine. I think unless a metamagic says so, you cannot use more than one metamagic on any spell. In any case,
I don't know, so I'm not going to test it.
unfortunately, since it does pass, it means it's going to be taking, let's see here. Okay, I know how
I think
much
the
it's...
fireball also hits the friend.
It very much should, and it is cold for the fireball, so let's get friend to make the save. Friend fails, so he's taking... How much are you taking? You're taking that much. Alright. Anything else for you?
That spell slot, get rid of that. I'm gonna insight this. I want to insight this one, or however you're gonna have me do it, to try and learn more. As my bonus action. Oh wait, no, I can't. Never mind. Turnover.
Yeah, unfortunately. You do still have your movement, but if there's nothing else from you, we'll move on. The creature...
I'm kind of behind this thing.
Yeah, the creature is surprised and can do nothing. Oh, I see the problem. There's 2 Hestians on my initiative counter.
Yeah, there. Yeah.
My initiative counter is being weird. I thought I got rid of one of the Hestians, and I think I got rid of something else.
Hold on.
Now they're all here. They're all here in the
Hang on.
initiative.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh yeah, we're good. I'm just a little crazy is all. Alright. Next, this thing is surprised and can do nothing. Hestian, you're up.
So, Hestian's gonna do something a little fancy.
Oh.
First and foremost, he is going to form a Jaguar and throw the Jaguar at that gentleman. And... Oh, are you serious?
I'm
Wait, no, I have
not-
advantage because I'm hidden.
You do.
Shoot.
Still a miss.
Goodness gracious!
So, unless you have
I
anything
have
you
0
want to
luck
do
points.
about that.
That is fantastic.
I look point now.
Yeah, it is a luck point.
And yeah, that's ridiculous and super irritating. And after I do that, I am going to hold out a hand and kind of try to pour into this gentleman's mind along with friend, as I'm going to upcast one of these.
And
I need
should...
a wisdom save from both of them.
So, your blade, that was your action to throw, yes?
Yes, and this is quick and spelled.
Got it, thank you. That was the information I needed. Alright, 2 wisdom saves. Alright. One. And... hang on. Oh, wow. Alright, cool. So, that's happening. Yeah, your spell goes off, and the things appear to be, unable to move. Do you have anything
That's it.
for that? Nope, you do not. Alright, fantastic. That's everything for you. Alright, next up will be this one, who is still surprised, can do nothing, but surprise round, they still have their turn, so at the end of his turn, he will remake the save. Nope, still stunned. So, fantastic. Let's put that... what do I want to use for stun? Sorry, sorry, paralyzed. We'll do that for now. Alright, and that. Alright, next up,
Ooh,
Vintosh.
shit. Actually, hold on. No, that wasn't it for me. Because I completely forgot. I am level 6 now, and I have my Psionic Strike, and since I use a level spell, I can deal 1d8 to one of those bozos. And I'm going to deal it to this guy.
Can you do that on any spell, or only spells that do damage?
Nope, it's fun. Anytime I cast a spell on somebody, I can use my Psionic Talent. Let me double check, because it's my Psionic Strike. It's this, so we can all read it. Oh, it's after I deal damage. Okay. Damn. Never mind. Moving on.
Alright, right, you know what? It's all entirely fair. Alright, so Vintosh, you're up.
Alright, Vinkosh, I'll start with a dash from Featherfoot.
Fantastic.
Get in range of the big thing. He is held personed. This will be fun.
What?
Yeah.
Sadly, not my bonus action goes a bit too far. But the first attack... This thing's on 24. We're gonna make it fire damage. This thing's undead. I'm not sure if my normal strikes will do much.
Not undead, because I got it with whole person.
Oh, true.
Actually, wait, hang on.
I have no idea what this
Alright, that's humanoids only. Hang on, let me... Okay, yeah, no, then I'm sorry to say, this thing would not be held as it's not a humanoid. That is my mistake. You still have advantage on the first attack, though, so there's that. But it is not an undead either, so... Alright, so 5 points of fire.
Yep. One more attack. 12 to hit.
12 is a miss.
We'll spend 2 key points to bring it up to a 16.
Said 2 key points to bring it to a 16?
Yep, that's from Focused Aim.
Fantastic. 16 just hits.
That was a good guess. Alright, I'm gonna use Criv Strikes to that one. For 1. 10, 11 points of fire damage.
Alright, fantastic. It's taking that much. Like Gonthar's attacks before, you notice that both neither the fire nor the cold seem to be particularly effective against this strange creature.
Okay, I wish I knew that earlier, because you were breaking up very badly for me, so I did not hear that at all.
Oh, my apologies.
I'll admit I heard it. I did.
I heard
Yeah, you
it.
got the talking really fast and cutting out.
Yeah, that has been happening.
Ugh, I hate it.
Like, if I knew that, it would have been all bludgeoning damage from magical bludgeoning.
Okay, so that would count. Yours counts as magical bludgeoning then. Fantastic.
Yep.
Then, yeah, that is slightly different amounts of damage. Let me correct that. Alright, the 1 point of fire from Criv is still there, and still an extra point of damage, so that's not a huge deal. Anything else for you?
Nope, I'm good.
Fantastic. Alright, Atlas, you're up. Misty Step will do it. Alright, you're getting yourself some flanking. By the way, if you're saying something, you're muted.
Cross-specify, you're muted. Yeah.
Oh yeah, sorry, but my bad. I was doing something. But yes, I'm going to hit the motherfucker with my bone blade.
Hit a motherfucker.
Let's see. What? 1 tool. Haha.
I mean, both of those are going to hit.
Alright, let me just make sure that I don't have anything on because I did put Great Weapon Master on. Okay, I didn't. Okay. So this much. 12. And you know what? Just for fun, I'm gonna I'm gonna do. You said it was not an undead for the purposes of my
Correct.
smote. Okay. Then
Correct. It is not undead.
Then the last one we get 22 for this smote, so it's 34 in total.
I've got to double check a thing. Okay. While the non-magical strikes from your blade on their own do not appear to be all that effective. As you pour that smite into the second attack, however, that seems perfectly fine in how hard it's hitting.
Alright. Then I shall continue doing it until I have no more spell slots left. Actually, no, I should save them. Anyways, that shall end my turn.
Fantastic. Gonthar, you're up. Zara, you're on deck, by the way.
Okay. I shall begin moving up here. I think that's yeah. She is going to start moving up to here, and when she gets to a good position, she is going to briefly kneel, hold her arm outstretched with her palms facing, we'll go with this thing. And there are 3 loud popping sounds from within her arm.
Fantastic.
And 3 shards of igneous rock careen straight into this thing. Womp. Womp. It
Alright.
takes 12 points of force damage.
It do take that. Fantastic.
And then she keeps on going. Right. That's it.
Alright. Zara, you're up. Hestine, you are on deck.
Let me see really quick and move up. Right there. I'm gonna drop 2 of the more of the meteors down on him, so
Fantastic.
they're gonna be hitting right here so they don't hit the boys.
Fantastic. This
The boys
means
in
he's
the
gonna make
hood,
2
wait, what?
deck saves.
Yeah.
Pass and
Alright.
pass.
So that is gonna be...
Then I'm just going to. Sorry, what?
Oh, sorry. No, I'm just doing math in my head for how much damage that's going to be.
And then I'm a little too. I don't want to hit them with a fireball, so I'm just going to hit him with 2 Eldritch Blasts.
Beautiful.
So-
Love it. Blast. Let's see here.
So 25 and a 15.
25 is a hit, the 15 is a miss.
All right.
Do you want to spend any luck on that?
No, I didn't have any.
Fair enough. Alright, well, the second one is a miss. You get 1 point of luck back. Alright, will that be everything for you?
Yeah, just 2 meteors are going to drop down and implode it's going to shatter and hit him both times, but he's going to dodge most of the shots or shrapnel, and then fire 2 arcane blasts when striking him in the chest, and him being put off balance is going to make the other one go wide.
Nah, that'll happen. Alright, next up is this creature's turn, and now it can actually do something. And it is going to. First up, it is going to be doing a spell. And actually... Oh, wait. Oh, no, never mind. I'm having a brain fart thing. Okay, so yes, it's going to be starting with a spell. And it is going to be... let's see here. Actually, Actually, no, it's not doing that. It's doing this instead. First up, I need
What
Vinkosh to make me a con save, and no, it's not making a spell. I'm correcting myself.
Okay, never mind. God damn it.
Con save.
Con save,
I was
please.
about to do something, but never mind.
13 plus whatever Atlas gives me.
+3.
Ooh,
So 21.
Alright, well, good news is you made the save, so that's not doing anything to you. So there's the good news. There's nothing about if you succeed taking half, so that's just a save or suck, and then it's following that up with a claw attack that is coming one at each of you. We're going to start with Atlas, and then the claw attack at Vinkosh. So, Atlas...
Alright.
That is very much going to miss. And 21 for Vinkosh.
I'm gonna try to deflect that.
Absolutely.
Ooh.
redirect it into Atlas.
Don't you
Yeah, reach into
dare!
Atlas, yes!
No!
13, that's not gonna be enough to completely reduce it, but I was gonna miss. Oh, it's damage. How much damage did it do to me?
Did
8 slashing, 18 poison, it'll drop it down to 11.
26.
You're 26, because
26 minus 13, so 13.
Well, no, you're reducing the bludgeon or the
Yeah, 13.
slashing, yeah.
Oh,
It
only
reduces all damage when you attack,
Uh,
as far as I'm aware.
oh, it says
When you
Oh,
do-
no,
When you do
Since we
so,
use-
yeah.
any.
Yeah, so it
any
reduces
piercing.
down to 8, but now I can deflect the rest of that 8 damage into it.
yeah. I mean, you can redirect the bludgeoning back, even if it's, you know...
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Yeah, you're right. It's only bludgeoning and piercing and slashing, so.
So if you
Well,
got
that's pretty-
slashing down,
Now-
it does.
I'll spend the key point and retaliate.
Yeah, you are still taking the 18 poison. 13 is a
13
miss.
plus 1, 14, that's a miss, sadly.
Mhm. Alright, and that is going to be, yeah, that is going to be everything for its turn. Hestian, you are up.
Yes, yes I am. Alright, I don't have all my stuff that I want to have yet. Alright, so I'm gonna kinda shift over to here. Get a better line of sight on this bozo. And I'm going to shoot. Fucking hell.
Oh no.
And then throw another dagger. Shunk. Yep, yep, that's it.
Do you
Oh,
want
God.
to try and use any luck points, or are you going to hold on to them?
No, I'm not gonna waste a luck point on that. I just get 2 luck points from it and move on.
Fantastic. Alright. Next up is, Wildfire, who is still, held by the spell, and is going to try to get out of it again. Nope.
Haha!
Oh my goodness, you lifesaver, Hestian, you lifesaver.
Alright, so that's the end of his turn. Vinkosh, you're up. Atlas on deck.
Yeah.
Alright, Vinkosh will retaliate. Throw 4 swings at him.
Get him.
So I'm gonna spend a key point.
Okay, first punch.
15 is gonna miss. 23.
23 will absolutely hit for 5 points of bludgeoning.
5. 16, which I know just hits. For another 9.
Alright, and it goes down.
Ooh, and I throw.
Oh, it's down.
Damn.
Well, that's awkward.
Yeah.
Damn.
Oh, I guess that 21 went for this guy.
Yeah, it would have been 21 for smacking that one.
Yeah, it would.
And it's a crit since he's paralyzed.
Crit, so 7 plus
Another one. Sure,
a full
7 plus
6.
4.
So,
Oh yeah, full 6.
nope, 6.
Oh yeah, because we were
So
doing that
13
thing.
plus 9. So
Yeah.
22.
Is this cold or fire?
Priv at the moment is fire.
Alright. This boy, as you punch him, seems to, while he is still paralyzed, disregards the fire a little bit.
I just figured I'd make some sense into him so I had the extra attack.
Yeah, that's fair. Alright, if that's everything from you, Atlas, you're up, Gonthar on deck.
I turn to Wildfire. I turn to Clyde, and I just get some. In Atlas's mind, he sort of gets those bits of dialogue in his head, just like all those little fun conversations that he used to have with this man that he used to really adore as a person and a friend, but now just sees him as an opposition. So he will walk over and he's going to yeah, he's gonna send it. Disadvantage because he's paralyzed, so 22.
Alright,
And that's a crit, so
that
that's
is
a
going to
crit.
hit. Very quickly, because I forgot to do this. I need a quick con save from Vinkosh, because it would have happened at the start of your turn before you took him down.
Oh, yep. I'm good.
Damn, nice.
Yep,
From
that
this
wouldn't
guy.
have changed anything. Alright, so yeah, you're getting your big crit hit off on a paralyzed boy. Give me damage.
Yes, and I need yeah, let's do that. I forgot to do the crit range thing, but whatever. So yeah, let's do it. Let's pump that. That's plus 12, so 26, 36. And you know what? Just because Atlas is pissed off at this boy,
Crit smite.
Crit smite.
yeah. 36, that was 36,
55.
59, 91?
Irrelevant, I've handled the damage. Yeah, no, you lay a heavy hit. Remind me quickly, that hold spell, do they make the save as well when they take damage?
No,
No.
it's just at the end of their turns.
Thank you.
I can pop it for you real quick.
That's fine. I just need to double check. Alright.
Yeah, one more. This one's gonna be a little less painful for him. 21?
Yeah.
Well,
21 minus 4.
yeah, 21 minus. Well, no, it already counts for the minus 4 in the flanking, so it's a minus 4. It's a 25 minus 4, it's a 21. Yeah, 8. Oh, it's crit, so it's a 20, 30.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna burn a level 1. Gonna burn a level 1. For, ooh, yeah, 20, another 20, so it's a 50, that's 50 points of damage on my old
Yeah.
ex-friend.
So, I've got a
140
question for you.
You want over there?
How do you
Yes?
want to kill
Oh
him?
my god.
How do I want to do this? Well,
As
it's
you
an
nuked
interesting
these
little thing.
fuckers before they had a chance to do anything.
Yes, because I fucking hate this bitch. But yeah, Atlas will walk with authority towards Clyde. Not even worth the time of using his vow of enmity, since Hestian so kindly paralyzed this man. And he just
Sorry.
looks at Clyde. And he's just like, pathetic. How low you have gotten. And he will then slash. He will like make a big chunky swing towards his legs, just severing them both, and then sever with a slash from his left. Sever. I guess we're not really sever his head because I guess. Well, it's already over lethal.
It's fine.
I wouldn't do non-lethal anyways. I'm just gonna probably sever his head.
Yeah. No, you have no reason to hold
Just
back.
like a moment of clarity before that happens.
Yeah, maybe.
So, I'll say Atlas. You and Vinkosh can make me perception checks because you're close enough.
I like how we all just said to like try to question Clyde, but I'm just like, no, I want to fucking kill this man.
Alright, so...
Yeah, Vankosh is gonna call you out for that one.
Yeah,
So
sorry.
Atlas, you don't see it, but Vinkosh, for a moment, just the briefest of moments, you think for a moment he was aware as the sword came down for his neck.
And
yeah.
Atlas squeezes this dude's head off. I'm like, well, that's not exactly what I thought we had in mind, but it is effective,
Atlas.
I suppose.
I think you just killed an innocent man.
Innocent. He just looks up at Vinkosh and he just like when you say innocent, he just looks at you just like, what the fuck? He's not innocent.
Vinkosh isn't even looking at Atlas, he's looking past him and like at that thing. And do you have proof that he wasn't being controlled by that when your incident happened?
He just stays silent, just like not really
I
having
will
any
say-
words.
I will say it would be easy to note if he was being controlled by that thing, because in all honesty, his movements were still somewhat strange, to say the very least. And if somebody's walking around in that nature, then one would easily be able to presume that they're being controlled.
Yeah, I took note of that as well when you pointed it out.
Don't worry, I have a spell, and I guess I'm gonna try to use Speak with Dead.
That is grotesque. Hestian says he kind of just like takes a step back. Oh. Ugh.
Alright, so you go to cast this spell, Atlas, and the eyes remain lifeless, but the mouth twitches a little bit as this decapitated head appears ready to answer your questions.
5 questions.
5 questions. I have not prepared the questions beforehand because I just knew about like not having class for my 12 p.m. class today, so fuck me.
So I'm gonna say out loud, what was it like having your head cut off?
Don't answer that.
question. Please don't answer the question.
It does
I don't know if
answer
there's
the
5 questions that
question.
he asked.
Hestian is not Atlas. The spell references that it it says until it spells you can ask the corpse. Not it can be asked questions. But you can ask it.
Then I guess it does not answer. It just, you know,
Makes it more
sits
fun
there.
that way. Then you can't ask questions to each other.
Yeah.
So Atlas has to keep,
I
can't
guess-
ask any questions, but
Yes.
the rest of you can ask all you
Way to
want.
kill the fun, Robin.
It's fine.
Love you.
May I type out the questions I wanna ask instead of like ask, because I need to like really think about this.
You
duration's 10
can.
minutes, so.
Oh,
Alright,
What was that,
If
Robin?
it recognizes
I
you
said
as an enemy, it
you
might not
certainly-
answer you.
You certainly can. Whether or not it answers is going to be, you know, very much dependent. But you can type those out if you want. The rest of you, you're welcome to comment or look at the other creature while Atlas is doing this.
I want to harvest homeboy.
This boy?
Ah,
Yeah, it seemed like he was resistant to fire. And he might actually be the answer to all of my questions, or all of my prayers.
Well, he would be if he wasn't dead.
No, he's super dead, that's fine, I don't need him alive.
I don't think harvesting was something we can
I think he's talking about this one.
Oh, that thing? Yeah.
I mean, you
It's
just
gross,
killed
but
it, so
sure, he can do whatever he
theoretically...
wants.
You just killed it, so theoretically you could harvest it, but you would need someone to,
I just want its intestines.
You will need someone to analyze it, and you will need someone to carve it, so... who wants...
I yell over to Vinkosh. Vinkosh, can you take a look at this thing and kind of see where its organs might be? I think I could actually utilize its intestines.
Just a moment. Shouldn't take too long. Then once the questions are asked, Vinkosh will head over.
Well, the questions take time,
Like, I'm
and
just
you
saying.
have to start analyzing it within the first minute of its death in order to get the magical components, so... We'll
Oh,
have...
okay. Like, Vinkosh will wait while he tries to figure out his questions then.
Yeah. So,
27 survival. Actually, I have no idea if this actually uses survival.
so hang on 1 second. Let me bring up my thing for harvesting.
Because this thing is undead, I don't think it uses survival.
So first
It's
off,
not undead. It's either a demon or an
so
aberration.
first off, it is not undead. Second off, the skill for this one would be well, the associated skill is Arcana.
Oh, in that case, I can't help with that.
Just like, oh, nope, nope.
Anyone else want to volunteer to assess this thing while there's still time, or Zara, Gonthar, anyone with an Arcana proficiency?
I guess I could help. She's not a proficiency, but she has a modifier.
I just need someone to look at it. Because I can't do both.
I can come help.
All right, well then.
Actually,
Gonthar.
no, this is about anatomy. This is about anatomy. Never mind. No, she's useless.
Yeah.
Zara is.
You know what? Oh, Zara. Zara's still here. Hi, Zara. I'm gonna go down to Zara and see if I can't recruit him to help. Where is Zara?
He's all the way down here.
Zara
Let him
has
speak.
essentially had the minute meteors come down to him, and you know that like those medical balls that you can have in your hand and like kind of twirl them around in your palm. It's kind of supposed to help like. He's kind of doing that, but they're just floating above his hand a little bit as he's walking back to the fire newts or whatever they are.
If you cast that at a higher level, does it
As-
become hourly meters or?
Oh my god! Just
I'll stop making that joke when you start pronouncing it
As you
right.
start
my
walking away,
newts.
Zara,
Fuck off!
I would give a holler in your head. Hey, I could actually use your help for 1 moment, if possible.
I'm gonna make sure that they stay where they are so they don't set more of the forest on fire. You have other people there.
Alright, well, I'm gonna summon my buddy and see if my buddy can help me.
Unfortunately, your buddy cannot
I
help
think
you.
these. I think
It
these
can't?
are
It cannot.
the questions I want to ask.
Okay.
I would honestly wouldn't have asked them all at once in case your questions changed.
That is true,
Well,
but
I mean, he hasn't asked them yet. This
Yeah, I
is
haven't
a
asked them
template
yet.
of what he plans on asking.
yeah, this is true. Yeah, but yeah, the first one is why did you and the others cause the cave-in I was in? Well, a much more detailed explanation rather than just the colored ore, when we could have all just like it was enough. Like in Atlas's thoughts, like from his previous life when he was still like alive.
Yeah, no, it's fine. I
Like,
understand.
it was enough-
Keep in
it was-
mind.
Like
keep
it was
in
enough for
mind-
all of them basically.
Atlas, keep in mind 2 things. 1, the answers
Yes.
through this spell are usually brief or cryptic or repetitive, and it's under no compulsion to offer the truth and offer a truthful answer if you are hostile or if it recognizes you as an enemy. That being said,
You can
The-
ask the questions, it just doesn't determine whether it's going to answer.
so the answer this talking head gives you is Null's orders.
And no, just Atlas hearing that, just of course, Null of all people. And second question is, where are Null and Typhoon?
You get don't know.
Third question.
Same as the third one?
I guess the third. I mean, third question would kind of be more not really why are you being controlled, but why are you working loosely for this guy thing, whatever.
All it says is infected.
For the third question.
Yes.
Okay, infected. Okay. Fourth question.
Infected.
I guess
Exactly that's supposed to be.
no clue. Fourth question.
You can change the questions if you need to.
Yeah, that's why I'm just thinking that the fourth question seems a bit redundant, or rather, it's useless. What do you mean by infected? The fourth question.
Yeah? The response you get is the incarnate of rot. As a point of order for you, Hestian, if you want to do the analysis, you can ask someone else to carve for you. Alright,
For Hestian, yeah.
so, last question, Atlas.
I don't have. Yeah, no, that's not gonna happen.
Alright,
Why do we
last-
suck at anything intelligence-based?
I know.
Because no one in this party is playing the wizard.
He had zero interest in coming to help, so I mean,
I said I'm making sure that the fire newts or whatever they're called. I apologize.
Sharks.
The elementals.
Yes, the elementals. That's better. I'm making sure the
Yeah.
elementals don't wander off and burn anything else up. I'm being responsible.
Alright. Very good. Last question, I guess. Incarnate of rot. Do I want to ask the fifth question I wrote, or do I want to just delve further? Because I feel like Atlas would definitely say that last question.
I mean, you might not have many other chances to learn what it's referring to, but at the same time, if it's important to Atlas,
Fuck it. I guess after a few seconds of deliberation, I guess Atlas will say, who or what is the incarnate of rot?
the response is slow, and clearly coming from the fact that this thing is kind of dead, but slowly you hear Crassarder.
Crass Ardor. Interesting.
Yes, I will be typing it out for
I'll leave
people's
that out.
notes.
Thank you. Crassarder. Okay. Alright. And the spell ends after the 5 questions have been asked.
Correct.
I thought you guys couldn't move when you take off those parts. Do some of you?
I'm not so sure.
Alright.
That's really cool. Was he still alive? I don't think he would be.
Dead. I just used a spell to make him answer questions. Unfortunately, he has only answered
Oh,
3
okay.
of
Yeah, that makes sense.
the incarnate
Okay.
of rot, Crassarder. I do not know what that is. And obviously, of course, it would be null of all people to be the one to try and kill me. Get the others to jump in for the opportunity.
Rot
After all,
is
he-
like burning without fire, right?
I guess. Well, most likely.
Okay.
Well, it's more or less likely the corpse being left unattended and letting nature have at it, basically. If that makes any sense to you, Gonthar.
Makes a little bit of sense. I don't know what nature going at it would look like. Or what that would do.
The maggots will feast on its corpse, basically. But
What's
let's
a
not
maggot?
get it.
Is that like a
It's a
cat?
worm.
What is
It's a
it?
worm.
Oh. Oh, I've seen worms.
Yeah.
Okay.
you guys are chatting, Hestian has like pulled this thing's intestines out and he looks at it and just kind of slumps it down. Well, that didn't work. Oh well, I'll have to find another. As he kind of shakes his hands off and goes over and washes them over in the water. So, are we ready to head back to town then?
I
Hang
feel a
on.
bit satisfied with the questions.
Real quick, since Hestian,
I'm
you were
sorry?
taking a look at it, could you do me a real quick favor? Could you be ever so kind
I would do anything.
as to make me either an Arcana, a Medicine, or a Nature check?
Oh, don't talk dirty to me. Let's get it.
Medicine. Oh, a 19. Oh, that's pretty good. A 19 is a success.
And keep in mind, I don't need this necessarily. I don't need this necessarily for magical effects. It's more for
Oh no, I know. This is
medicinal effects anyway.
so you're the thing is you're not getting anything useful at this moment in terms of physical parts. However, while you are going through this thing's body, something discomforting stands out to you, which is as bit by bit you're going through its corpse. Two things you note. One, this thing appears to have been infected in a way similar to creatures you have seen before. And two, whatever it is now, it used to be human.
I don't change my reaction. I do note that, and kind of schlup the intestines down and wash my hands off. And I don't change my reaction at all.
That's fine. I'm just letting you know. This is a thing Hesky knows if he'd like to share it with the class.
No, he'll like I said, he'll take note of it, but he's just gonna kind of, he's still pouting because he's not getting what he wanted, and yeah, he'll, if it becomes relevant later, he'll bring it up.
All right. So, I'm assuming you are all headed back to the two beasts and Atlas's chariot to continue making your ways back to town.
Or the beasts and
I still
everything.
want to see if this dude has anything on him.
Okay, we'll get to you in a second. So,
Yeah, good call.
Zara, very quickly, the beasts are still there, still hunched down. Atlas's stone elk is just standing still. It almost seems like it's just standing in such a way like it's a statue watching over the two creatures. But they're all still there.
That's really cool.
While I'm waiting for them to come back, I'm going to practice with Key the word follow and wait for everyone to get back and be ready.
Absolutely.
And it's going to practice it over and over and over again. I'm essentially counting this as a day that I am learning. I'm just telling you,
Yeah.
this is something that I'm doing.
Hang on, I'm
that is
trying
me.
to-
You can go back to the Hesmedamidin.
I'm trying to see what the closest equivalent to the word follow would be. Give me a
You're
second.
using that. I can look up a translator.
I mean, you know what I'm using. I'm gonna say in this
It's
case,
not as though.
it's probably not follow. It's probably the word for join, which is of, or something of like that. It's complicated. Anyways, so Hessian, you were wanting to look over the body for anything of interest.
Yep.
Alright, fantastic. Let me just bring up a thing. So, he doesn't appear to have all that much on him, weirdly enough. Like, he wasn't even wearing armor, as far as you can tell. He had a entirely massive axe that looks like it was made more for combat than any practical, wood chopping, or otherwise, similar purpose. The thing is, by all accounts, a bit silly in how big it is, but at the same time, you can tell that this is the sort of weapon that if it hit someone, that would hit hard.
Atlas will take that.
Excuse me. I'm the one searching the body, sir.
It's right
I'm gonna
beside the
touch it.
body.
I'm gonna touch it. No, I'm just fucking with you, dude. I'm gonna touch it and duplicate it with my sonic blade, and then kind of just toss it to the side because I have no interest in it. But now I have a giant axe replica in my repertoire for my blades that I can make.
Can you replicate any weapon? Because
But other than that was
because
well,
this
no. That's
this is
just
a
for
great
flavor.
axe.
Yeah, no, it's just flavor. It doesn't do any extra damage or anything. It's just flavor.
Oh, okay.
So aside from that, is there anything else on this dude?
Give me investigation.
I mean, I did notice that he was fire resistant too. Can I get his intestines? Can we harvest this dude?
It
I
has
would be
been
okay with it.
it has been a bit too long for his death as well, unfortunately.
That's what I figured.
Yeah, you gotta start with harvesting
No,
if
I
you want to
just-
get stuff.
It'd be so much easier if I could just tell everybody what I'm looking for, but then it would be weird, so I don't want to. Investigation
weird.
on him though.
I mean, they might be more helpful if they know what to look for.
Yeah.
In any case, yeah.
I
So
got a 19 on investigation on it.
yeah, I see that. So, as I said, he didn't appear to have all that much on him, oddly enough. Looks like his strength and his durability all seem to really have come from, like, just his sheer personal physical build, which you could have seen how he fought, but unfortunately you didn't really give him much of a chance. While you are looking over...
paralyzed.
Yeah. While you are looking over his body, however...
The one thing my kid actually worked on, and he didn't get to do anything the entire time.
Yeah. That being said, with the 19, you do find one thing, well, two things that are interesting. One, he had a small sack of scales, about 15 in all. And two,
I'm gonna take the... Okay, go ahead.
two is an odd... I almost want to say it's this, almost like a gem that you find just sort of lodged in his back underneath his hair.
Oh, in his nape.
Alright,
His nape area, yeah.
I'm going to dig that out and put it into my sack, and then with the coins, I'm gonna take them and toss them over to Atlas. Then until his discretion against you, yes?
He'll catch it and just toss it up a few times and be like, fair enough. And he'll sort of pocket the scales.
Alright, fantastic.
And yeah, I guess Atlas would definitely try to, he would definitely grab the axe and he would just be like, my weapon now.
No.
He was being an asshole.
And I no, come on!
Yeah.
Alright, damn, how much psychic damage do I take for that?
Alright.
That's so bad.
I take my entire hit point. Total and psychic damage.
Yeah, so
Anyways,
so
continue
you
on.
finish going through the body, and you all meet back up by the chariot and your quarry for the evening.
Yes.
Alright, presumably, you are going to continue making your way back to town, which, you know, the good news is, it does not take you, too much longer, but by the time you get there, you feel maybe a few hours from sunrise at most, by the time you get back. Almost everyone in town is asleep.
I need a drink.
We were out all night. Shit.
Yeah, because it was an
Yeah, I
entire
need, like,
day's
several
travel
drinks
to
before.
get there.
Ooh.
As we're getting to go
Yeah.
back
As
to
we get
town.
back to town, I just gotta let out, take a deep breath in. Oh, that was wholly uneventful for me, and a complete waste of money. This is why I don't like to go out on hunts. I hope that you are all satisfied with what you found. I must find a drink and a bed to lie in. I bid you all adieu, and I bow and head up towards the drinking house.
I'm good. Just like
Zara
Well,
blinks.
I thought it was productive.
Zara
Yeah,
blinked
this
and
one's fine.
Zara mentally says to Key, and he's the one who wanted to go out.
Nah.
Yeah, that's the worst part.
I get it.
That's
Yeah.
like he's so depressed right now.
So Zara Key responds to you with, I guess he found it unsatisfying.
He didn't get what he wanted. And then he looks back at the two elementals. Hard. And he starts going up the mountain. With, I'm guessing, Gonthar following him.
Yep. He said
So-
to follow, so he follows.
The two of you make your way around the mountain, going around the village very much intentionally, because most of the village is made out of wood, and this is not like fresh living wood. Their wood is much more burnable than the forest. They would probably not be appreciative, but with care and precision, you're eventually able to bring them around the sides. You don't go all the way to the top, actually, because while
Yeah,
you
they're not. We don't go to the top. We go to.
while you
Go throwing
are
myself up here.
wandering
Bless you.
through, the one thing you remember is this entryway here, with which you would be going in to, say, meet with the Great Elder. Behind him, in the room in which you regularly meet with him, there is sort of this open, lack of a wall to the inside of the volcano behind him. And so it's a little easier to get inside from, I guess, his great hall or his office, whatever you want to call it. So it's a lot easier to get these things in through that instead of having to, like, have them fall down from the top of the volcano.
I pretty much get as close as I'm able to, and then I motion him to go.
Okay, my.
I feel
my
like
intention
Zara
is
feels like at this point they're just listening to him.
there are ways into the volcano that don't require you to go upwards. Like there are ways into the volcano that are like at ground level.
Most
They're
of
not
those ways,
the
however,
usual
are
ways
not
that people would
made for things as large as these creatures.
Okay, fair.
Once they're in the volcano, are they like, I guess, are they happy and whatnot?
I mean, hard to tell. These things don't seem to display emotions the way most natural creatures do, but seem to at least take to the lava without issue.
That's essentially what I was looking for. Like they're like originally they were just like like if I remember correctly, they were just playing around like, ooh, I'm gonna light this on fire. Ooh, I'm gonna light this on fire. Ooh, I'm gonna light this on fire. And then they were following Gonthar because fire.
I mean, again, I really
Just
wouldn't
making sure
call
like
it.
they're happy with where they are.
Like I said last session, I really wouldn't call it play, but like they were just being whatever these things are.
Yeah.
So it seems they're content to do so in a big old pool of fire.
Once I know that they're in there and they're pretty much secure, I'm gonna start walking back and I look at Gonthar. Are you satisfied?
Yeah, I am. Thank you.
A nod.
There are a lot of you guys,
He'll-
and there are very few of me. And so it feels really bad when one of the few things that I can actually relate to is hunted down and killed. Just for the sake of doing it. I understand that they want to protect what's out there, but I don't know. Feels strange. Because they wouldn't say that sort of thing if it was one of me out there. Directly. Like, if it was going out there, any of them, they'd go out and try to safely retrieve and bring it back in. Very strange to me that anyone would put out something asking to hunt them down. Doesn't feel like this usually does.
I think the only reason I'd really kill them at this point is if they were actively trying to kill me and I had to act in self-defense.
Yeah.
Or killing the others. At that point, I don't think I'd be able to hold back much. I would hope that you would at least understand that.
Yeah, I do.
Yes.
But I went with your lead, and
I appreciate it.
I'm going to attempt to not kill those that are of your kin.
Thank you. And she gives a hug.
Aww.
Alright. With
I think I'm like a giant to you, if I'm correct on my height. I'm
Yeah.
almost 7 feet.
Damn.
So I look
Sorry.
down at you, and then I kind of pat you on the back, and it's like, she's warm.
Uh-huh.
she
Yeah.
gives very warm hugs.
Awful.
Very warm. The
I'm gonna go pass out now.
Hey,
And,
was today the
he's
first
gonna
time
go
you
back
saw me
to-
out of my shell?
Yeah.
Cool!
Oh.
That's neat.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Atlas
He's
wasn't
gonna
there
go
for
back to the
the hut.
tent that they're using. Oh yeah, before he leaves, he's gonna say, we should probably also try and work on the dagger more tomorrow.
Yeah! Yeah, we should. That'll be fun. Okay, I'm gonna go.
Alright, so, you know, you all end up finding your respective beds or other people's beds to get comfortable, lie down, sleep. None of you wake up in the morning the same way you normally do because of just how late you have been up. But when you all inevitably end up returning to the waking world and you see the hustle and bustle of another busy day. If memory serves, this is the second day of the weekend, so most people are not working, but they are, getting up to various, activities of joy and whatnot. So, given you've got at least most of the day of rest before people get back to their work weeks, What are you wanting to do?
Well, Hestian's gonna go collect on that last mission.
Yeah, I believe you should still have it in your notes what the reward from the last mission was.
I'm sorry, you cut out.
I believe you should still have in your notes what the reward for the last mission was.
I don't.
I don't keep notes.
Oh
I
god.
actually don't, because I don't remember what the reward was. I just remember it being the descriptions of the.
Yeah, I don't remember a reward actually.
The only thing
There
Hestian
was.
cared about was the intestines of these things.
There,
The
I
number
think-
didn't matter.
there was a reward that was
I
mentioned.
really don't.
I'm just trying to.
I'd say look at the video, but I can't.
Yeah.
I can.
No, you
No,
can
I
look at the one
remember them being
before it.
uploaded.
You can see the one before it. I will be getting the one from last
be
week
able to-
available after tonight be done.
It might be a good idea when you do these, just like do like a really quick like note or a
I will be
note
honest
in
as
the
well.
journal.
Like the things that, like all of my notepads and things that I would take notes on, I don't have access to because I just moved. They're still in boxes.
That is fair. Allow me to do a thing
Yeah.
with
Congrats on the house,
then.
by the way.
Yeah. Oh, as we head back to Golio's spawn, I would like to check over that axe that Clyde was unfortunately not able to use on us.
I mean,
would it just be like a regular axe you would find?
well, aside from its unusual size compared to most practical axes, it is just a very large axe. Mechanically, it is a great axe.
Okay. I
But-
could sell it for a buck or for a few scales or so.
I mean, yeah, you could sell it for some scales. That's probably not a.
I already have a copy of it, so we're good.
Anyways,
See, my plan is to use my Shadow Blade, and then with my Shadow Blade, have my Sonic Strike, so I can have an actual axe if I need to like go extra over the top.
I love it.
And then Hestian's gonna have a giant fucking axe or a scythe or some like. So effectively with the Sonic Blades, like I'm gonna have ways to increase damage because of my build, and it's going to reflect the weapons I'm using. And I'm just thinking of creative ways to do that.
Love it. Love it. So it's
Eventually, you start using a fucking psychic greatsword
Oh.
every time you throw it.
oh god. So it's so Robin back. So it's just the regular great axe, basically. Am I
Yes.
saying this correctly?
You are saying it correctly. Mechanically, it is just a great axe. There is nothing special. It's just great axes are unusual because they are like exceedingly large, and in most cases, there's like, why would someone even make an axe this big? There's just an unusual thing. Alright, I've just put into treasure what the reward of this job is.
Why do you think they started having Hummers? Like, why did that become a thing? It's because rich guys with rich daddies got finger-sized dongs. Okay,
Uh-huh.
that's why those
Oh
were. A
god.
thing.
Anyways, moving on.
So, I put it into the treasure section on the Discord. It was 150 scales for the success that his
Did you say
dealing with
150
these.
scales?
150 total, not per
Yeah.
person.
Um,
How you divide it is up to you, but it is 150 scales total.
Alright, well, I'm collecting that. Hold on, give me a second real quick. Let me do some real quick maths for you guys.
I mean, it's divided by 5, unless you plan to pocket a bit more.
So
It's 37.5 unless if you do it 4
Well,
ways. If
if
you do it
it's-
5 ways, it's 30.
Yeah. So let me do. Oh shit. Okay. So each of you guys are going to get. Hold on.
They just told you what the math was.
I gotta do better math than that. No. I'm doing different math than that though. Hold on.
He's taking more.
Okay, I love the fact that you say that, but I am easily the brokest out of the entire party because I consistently give you guys more money.
You're taking your cut from Atlas because he said he'd pay you back.
No,
later.
I'm not. I just gave him 15
You're
gold,
not?
like 15 scales. Why would I take more? Like I'm dividing it. Yeah, no, I'm taking less than you guys. Like I said, Hestian consistently takes less than the rest of you.
You know, an even split is just perfectly acceptable.
Alright, so all of you guys are getting 33 scales, and Hestian is getting 17.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
17, and then we're getting what?
33.
All of you guys are getting 33.
Okay, fair enough.
5 more.
So add that
Okay,
onto
perfect.
my 15, so plus 33 is 48, if my math's correct. My Asian brain is
At the end of the day-
malfunctioning.
At the end of the day, yes, Hestian is a whoremonger. Yes, Hestian is going to try to get more money for the rest of the party whenever we do something that is very much so far above our pay grade. But he has, you can look back at every single session. This is the 14th session. Well, the 14th posting or whatever that we've had. But Hestian has consistently given the party more than he takes every single time.
That is
And then he
true.
also ships out a large portion of what he gets for himself for his family, which is why he's a whoremonger, so that he can eat, drink, and sleep without actually having to pay for it.
Fair enough.
That's
Hestian is
actually really
always
good.
broke.
Yeah. Okay. That's actually
Alright,
a
well,
good strat. This is me agreeing that is unfortunately a good strategy to get free shit.
It is. I mean, because like he gives everything that he gets because
Yeah.
of his origins, where he comes from. Like he
That's-
doesn't need money. Like he doesn't need
That is
weapons.
fair.
He doesn't need weapons. He doesn't need armor. He just needs what he already has. He doesn't want for anything, except for whoremongering and booze. He does want those things.
alright, so, with all that aside, Hestian picks up the reward, hands out each of you a solid portion. And I know what Zara and Gonthar are getting up to today, because I already know what you want to do, Zara. So before we get to that,
What
I'm
about
gonna take
Atlas,
a-
who hasn't been here?
I was gonna say, before we get to that quickly, what is everyone else wanting to get up to? I assume, Hestian, you're just hanging out in, the mead hall.
Well, I'm gonna since it's kind of early in the morning, I do want to head to the far side of the mountain, see if I can't find any more of those fire lilies, and any other herbs that I can find.
So, keep in mind,
fire tulip, sorry.
it is not early in the morning anymore, as you all arrived back very late, so you would have slept in. It's probably
you're right,
closer
you're right,
to
you're right.
midday.
Probably later than that for Hestian. So I'm gonna see if I can find any of the flip side, any adverse, anything that would kind of. I'll go out later tonight and see if I can find any herbs that grow specifically at night.
Yeah, I mean, you can absolutely do that.
So kind of come back to me later. Yeah, come back to me later.
It's fine. Vinkosh, what are you getting up to today?
I think he's taking it easy today. He's gonna have a week of training after this.
Yeah, I mean, that's valid. You've been working hard, it's entirely reasonable to take a break. Atlas, you've got a day off. What do you want to be doing today?
Yeah, I do. I'll probably be checking on the forge area, just to. I don't know if I haven't been able to watch the stream recordings lately, but have I been able to at least like talk to the forge masters there and just like discuss about what I would like in a weapon and
So,
armor piece.
so you've certainly been able to like discuss ideas just based off what they know they can do. You would also know from conversations you've had and conversations the rest of the party has had as well that exactly like what capabilities they have are going to be extremely dependent not just on what they're able to provide, but also on like what special materials you bring them. For example, something like a hide or the scales of, say, one of the Titanic beasts. If it's like just a fairly run-of-the-mill Titan with nothing special to it, those aren't going to give like any really unique benefits, but they might make something a bit sturdier than average overall because you're using, high-end materials from a very dangerous creature. If you're wanting, more unique effects, you need to be hunting creatures that are, in some way tied to the effect that you want, and you need to specifically assess and carve out to harvest the parts that you believe that will do the job. But even the smiths themselves don't automatically know what something is going to do until they have used a material in the forging process.
Nothing fire elemental because then Gunthar will ruin it.
Yeah, let's not do that.
They will probably be uncomfortable with working with it too, frankly.
Yeah.
Well,
So
Well, there's
I'm
the
guessing
thing.
I'm guessing that beast that we took down back in the first session, I believe, I guess it will be used for our materials, I guess, right?
Are you referring to the big thing in the first session, or are you referring to the Titan?
Yeah, the Titan that we took down after that first initial, one
Yeah.
where I got stomped in the first session. They got stomped on.
So those materials
crit.
were
Yeah.
those materials were certainly brought here. They were definitely like delivered to the smiths who have set them down. As I've told everyone else, the smiths need to know what materials you're wanting to use on what, because you can only use one material on a single item. You can use multiple materials on one item, but you cannot use the same material on multiple different things unless you have more than one of it.
Okay.
Because however much you have that is workable is going to be processed and attempted to be used in the making process. So you could have the scale of a Titan and like the intestines of some weird fish monster both apply to the same shield, but that scale that one scale could not go to both a shield and to a piece of armor. You would need multiple Titan scales in order to accomplish that.
Right.
Yeah. Fair
Yeah.
enough. I don't have I don't keep track on what we have, so I'm just gonna.
Side note, really quick, you have stuff on your sheet that we harvested while we were on that mini session.
Did we?
You do.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Should have some
Absorber stock. Yeah, you're right. The stock. The
Put it
heart.
in campaign discussion, please.
Wait, you have an observer stock?
I have an eye stock. Yeah.
Keep in
Is it
mind.
actually magical?
Keep in mind which ones were magically harvested and which ones are just you took a trophy.
It
I
looks
honestly have
like
no idea what
there's
most
a
of these even
purpose.
does, so...
Well, I mean, neither do even the smiths.
Which is kind
They're
of the point.
figuring
No idea what I would
Right
even want to use.
Well, like, you can always
Use what feels
theorize. Like, claws and teeth are obviously useful with weapons. Tell me quickly, Atlas, would you have shared the knowledge of what parts you brought back with you? At any
I'm sorry. What
point.
was that? You were cutting.
At any point, would you have shared what stuff you brought back?
I guess I would.
Okay,
I would say it in.
I'll say, Zara and Hestian, either one of you could give, or both of you if you want, but either of you have the option to do, like, a nature or an arcana check for what some of these materials could theoretically be used for. And I can give you suggestions based
You're
off
doing
that.
Arcana.
Oh, yeah, we also got the scales, teeth, and hide, right?
18.
Alright, fantastic. So, let's start. The eye stalk is an unusual material, that could probably be used for, like, almost anything really that has some sort of magical need, but it could also be used in, say, some of the magical cooking that Vinkosh wants to try. Excuse me. Same as the heart, it can also be used for various magical components, both like culinary and alchemical, as well as maybe some other ones. Excuse me.
Bless you.
The vial of its blood, one interesting thing you could potentially do with that, which is a thing that Zara makes note of, is its blood could be used to perhaps make something that could hold on to magic, because this is a magical blood and could theoretically be processed into something resembling ink. Just for examples.
That's what I get. What does Hestian get with his nature?
Well, so with nature, so Hestian's able to sort out the same thing I said for the eye stalk and the heart. The absorber itself, and I'm just going to bring up its sheet. Give me one moment. So the scales, the teeth, and the hide.
Keep in mind, Hestian would be looking at it from an alchemical standpoint.
Yes, which is part of why I mentioned the whole alchemy thing. I am keeping in mind both of your roles and giving you this information, FYI. So, with the scales, the teeth, and the hide, the scales and the teeth, obviously... Sorry, not the scales. Just the teeth could theoretically be used for a weapon. The scales and the hide... Well, the scales could be used to reinforce armor, for example. The hide could also be used for that. Or you could use the hide to, like, make, magical clothing or stuff like that, as an example. Like I said, the eye stalk and the heart and the blood can all be used, like, food-based, alchemically, or for, like, the blood can be used as a material for an ink for an enchantment process.
If he was showing this off to us, I'd probably ask him, would you mind if I used the blood? And if Hestian would be so kind as to make it into a ink, I could probably use it for something that I'm trying to test out.
I would be honored to help you. Of course, it'll cost you one dinner, and one drink, and one song.
I can do without it.
Oh. Ouch.
Hestian holds to his guns and says, "I'm sorry we couldn't find it in reconciliation."
Oh, goodness.
Oh dear.
And now Zara's gonna start learning alchemy just to spite you.
Wow.
Word. Yeah.
I will.
You know, Zara.
I will
Yes.
let. I will let.
You know, Zara. If
Go ahead and finish your
okay, who's gonna
conversation.
make the first move? Okay.
You go. Let Robin go first. Let Robin go first.
Okay, I was gonna say, you know, Zara, if you really need blood that much, I could take the deal for you.
Oh yes, I would love that. Actually, I would actually say I prefer that. And Hestian becomes very enthusiastic about getting this ink made.
So would you give him a bit extra for the deal? They just sweetened the deal.
Unless you take my organs from me, young lady, I think the two of us need to have a private conversation later. But this conversation about Vinkosh, you know what? I just heard that in town they're supposed to be having a rather rare bowl coming into town, and it's supposed to be delectably divine. And I would love to be able to have this dinner. So, while we finish this deal, Gunthar, we will speak later. Zara, I'll get to work on that ink for you, okay?
Okay, I will make it clear, this is a thing that, Zara, you would know because, you know, more or less what, your experience is. The Absorber Blood itself will make a reasonably quite competent, ink for most purposes. With how enchanting works, however, you will more than likely need the essence of a creature as well, in order to more or less act as the magical battery. If you're wanting anything to stay long term.
Do we have an extra?
Damn it.
Yep. Hold on. Don't give up yet. We do have essences. And I only need one. We have two.
I'm not gonna take that away from you because you need it for food.
And you need it for enchanting, so you're fine.
I can do
I
it.
would argue that enchanting is quite important as well, as Hestian is obviously working under an agenda right now.
I wasn't told that earlier. I was only told about the ink and the blood.
I will remind everybody that the rules for harvesting, crafting, and enchanting and cooking are all like under folders, which you can read at any point.
And I will also say that one of the reasons why I wanted to go after these elementals is so we can get more essence out of them. Gunthar.
I mean, you can clearly get essences from just about any strange or powerful creature. You just gotta go hunting.
But yeah, Hestian is all for this ink idea now, for sure.
Yeah. Just because I just got this suddenly in my head. I'm just like, Atlas would just walk over to Vinkosh and be like, so you're gay then? You like Hestian then?
Where is this coming from?
Well, I heard that there was something on the ship that you were on, I think. I don't remember. I don't know, because I think it was one of those, like... Seriously, are you gay? Damn it, Hestian.
Your conversational ability.
Hey man,
is
you asked the
astounding.
question, not me.
Alright, start from the beginning. Why are you assuming this?
I heard things. Well,
And what were those things?
You and Hestian in a sauna, was it? I don't remember. I don't know where. I think I've heard like, some weird things.
You've never been to a community camp before, have you?
Look at me. I do not look at me. I do not need a bath. I'm made of stone.
You smell like it.
Smell like stone. What does stone even smell like?
You apparently.
Who said stone is
Yeah,
the
I know,
only
right?
thing
I
you
know,
smelled like?
Brimstone smells like sulfur, and sulfur smells like fire.
Or- Yeah, fair enough.
Atlas, are you from Goyo's Palm?
Yes. Actually, this is relatively the town I grew up in and where I took up to mining.
Oh.
And I got to say, it brings back lots of memories. Memories that are both good and bad.
think in the far west of here, actually.
Far west.
Yeah, it's a small, non-sequential village off of the ocean.
Because Atlas grew up here, he would have a bit of information. I should have thought of this before.
You
I will talk to you
can
after
have a
session,
conversation
Atlas,
later.
about some stuff you
Please.
would know.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Alright, so, let's get back to it. So Atlas, there's nothing especially you can think of that you're wanting to do other than just, like, go over stuff with the Master Smiths, correct?
Yes, just basically what I am looking for in weapons and armor, basically.
Okay. I mean, yeah, that's something you could absolutely do. Let's get to, Zara and Gonthar. You wanted to make
Skip.
another...
Oh,
Oh, you don't want to do the
Skip?
attempt?
Skip. What?
what?
Oh. Well,
Wait. Why are we skipping?
I'm kind of wondering that myself. But anyways,
Let's not.
I'm trying to read all this because I was told earlier one thing and now I'm being told another, and it's just I'm just gonna spend pretty much the rest of the session pretty much reading everything,
Then,
which is already
why
hard
don't
enough
we-
for me to do.
Why don't we do our single?
No, it's fine.
so for the purposes of explanation, because I do feel that is necessary, when you asked Gonstad now what
Yeah.
could be used, I will point out to the fact that enchanting something is something you yourself are experimenting and trying. No one else has really tried using the Tongue of Origins to apply magic to an item before. This is a new thing. So Gonthar could give a theory as to what could be required, but she can't really give you specifics.
Yeah.
That said,
You
like,
kind of just literally told me, you literally said to me, you need magical ink.
you
And
do.
that's what you said last session.
You do.
And now
you
this
need-
session, you're telling me you also need an essence, by the way. And I'm like, well,
I'm sorry.
you didn't
I
say that
would
last
be
time.
used.
Part of me did assume you would have read through the stuff on enchanting. That is my mistake. I apologize.
I have ADD. It's really hard for me to read things sometimes.
Okay.
I'll start reading something and then I'll go all the way to the bottom, then I'll go all the way to the top, and my eyes go literally everywhere. It takes a lot for me to read when I
Okay.
see a lot of text.
Well-
It's kind of a counter problem, but I can
You know what?
I don't get everything
You know
mixed
what?
up.
That's fine.
It just takes me a long time to do.
Mike, I was not aware this was a barrier for you. Thank you for clarifying this for me. I will do my best to make sure things are easily summarized so you don't have to go through a lot of the pain of reading until you absolutely need to.
It's the fact that like there's just a lot of words on the thing, and my eyes will go everywhere looking for the exact thing I need. You have it out, everything nice and clean. It just I have to look through a lot of stuff to find it. I found it. I found what I need. I had to go. I literally went from harvesting to crafting all the way down to finally finding enchanting to find it. And by this point, I just don't want to even do it at the moment.
Okay, well, we can come back to your
If you
experiment
want me to do
later.
it, I'll roll whatever you want me to roll. But it's just like players checked out slightly.
That's fine. We can always come back to your continued experiments on the subject later. We can always come back to something.
I can just say Zara carves in a bunch of runes that essentially make it say that it needs a word to be able to activate the fire. It needs a word to deactivate the fire. It only spreads to from a above the guard of the blade to the very tip of it. Blah blah blah. I give it to Gunthar to do her thing.
So, for the sake of...
I essentially go into greater detail.
Yeah. So for the sake of said greater detail, there are 2 words that you end up putting on here. One is the word fire, Yol. You extend to Yolos, which is flame, and you put underneath it the word blade. Literally flame blade. Okay, let's start with...
I'm essentially using the same dagger, I'm just adding, I guess, to it.
Well, it's an experiment. So we're gonna start with, Gonthar. Let's see here, what did we have you do last time? I believe it was something like a sleight of hand, or just like a flat dexterity with...
I don't know if you actually had to make a check.
I don't remember.
So do I just like auto NPC create ink?
We'll be getting to you in the
creating.
ink making in a second. So we'll
We
have...
did not hear that, Robin.
I said we'll get to the ink making in a moment.
Okay.
So what we'll do is... Okay, yeah, I remember. We didn't have Gonthar do anything because this was Zara doing the crafting, and Gonthar is just assisting. So, for getting this thing and trying to make it sure it's sitting properly, give me the Arcana at advantage, please.
Which one of us? Zara?
Zara. Okay.
I just want, like, the only reason why I was asking about the ink itself is because there was a specific thing I wanted to do with ink to try to help him out.
Okay, not a problem. We'll get to that in a second. Do you want to add anything to that number, Zara?
I can't do anything other than make it a 15, so I'll make it a 15.
Would you
Okay.
like a guidance? Because I can cast.
If I,
Were
Since
you
I'm-
around?
Oh yeah, never mind.
assisting in it, can I put in some of my luck too?
No, unfortunately not. But a 15 is reasonably sufficient for getting this set up so it looks the way it needs to, and for getting Gonthar to inscribe it in properly. While that is happening, Hestian, you said you're trying to do something to help out with this ink. What is it you're doing?
So, whenever we're kind of chatting about the ink, do you tell me what you're trying to do with it at all, Zara?
Enchant a blade.
With what? Like, what are you trying to enchant it with?
Fire.
Perfect. So as I am getting this together, I would use the blood, some of the basic herb components that I have, and I would also use one of my fire-touched tulips as well,
Okay.
to give the essence of the ink itself the element of fire. So yeah, I mean, that's the whole point of me gathering all these different little bits so that I can do stuff specifically like this. And so if that assists at all, that would be dope.
I mean, it's certainly an interesting attempt.
So I'm
to
going to
go
use
for.
one of my basic
So-
basic herb components, one of my fire tulips, and the blood for the crafting.
Using your fire tulip? I thought you were saving that for
Yeah.
something special.
I was, but I got a date with fucking Vinkosh. That is more than worth it, okay?
Alright, so...
Priorities.
I
This
knew
is
that Gus was
Economical
gay.
Tools. So, let's...
Well,
see.
Hestian is actually a transsexual, you know, like not like transsexual, but he's like he can be anything he wants because he's a trans.
Yeah,
he is what he is.
Hermaphrodite.
Alright,
He has all the bits. Okay,
so...
he's Captain Kirk.
So Hestian, give me, I'm going to say, a medicine check at advantage, because you're using your alchemical tools, and that's going to be your skill plus proficiency.
Alright. Alright.
At advantage.
I am, well, that's an advantage, yeah. I'm also gonna use my magical guidance. Bloop. Booyah, let's go.
Okay.
Wow.
Let's go.
Wow.
Let's go.
So,
Let's go.
So, yeah, that is really good. So you take these three different ingredients. The absorber blood itself, magical in nature. The absorber itself, its nature is to absorb magic. So it takes to the effects of fire actually quite well, and making sure you've got enough of the standard herbal alchemical components to make sure it is stable. After putting in this effort and spending your time doing this, you feel reasonably confident that not only have you made enough of this material for the enchantment itself, but you've made enough so there's a little extra for a couple of experiment attempts using the ink. The excess is not enough for like
Fucking
a
right.
full enchantment, but the excess is enough for a couple of experiments.
So how many basic herbs do I actually end up using for that?
You say 2 basic alchemical components plus the fire lily and the absorber blood.
Nice. Dope. I enjoy it. That
But
works for me.
You're able to throw that together. Presumably, you swing by where Zara and Gonthar are getting stuff done, and I presume you're handing this blood fire ink, which is what I'm calling it for the moment, over to Zara.
100%.
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna go find her. Or Vinkosh, because he owes me a date.
Alright, Zara and Gonthar. Hestian comes by,
Make
drops
sure to
off,
bring some fire wine on the way out.
Hestian drops off the material, and you have enough, both for the proper enchantment itself, and a little extra ink on top of it for some of your experiments. When...
Appreciated.
No, go ahead. Both of you. Yes, please.
That was it.
Oh. Okay. Well, Hestian got thanked.
So how many, technically speaking, how many vials would that have created for Zara?
That's a good question.
About 1.5 total.
I imagine us writing this. I imagine us writing this doesn't take up a full vial.
So, Zara using, like, charcoal to just draw the, thing for Gonthar to, you know, engrave it into the blade does not require any extra. It does not require any ink at all for that. You've gotten about a vial and a half. A half vial is not enough to actually, do any proper enchantment, but the half vial is enough for a couple of experiments.
Okay.
So, with that in mind,
Experiment!
with this blood and with your 15 in Arcana from earlier, you put just a tiny little bit of the ink into the inscription, and you pour your magic into it. And after a few moments, the blade does catch on fire. And while the handle itself does not catch on fire this time, there is also nothing preventing the metal of the blade underneath the handle from heating up, and you can feel the heat intensifying quite a bit. But for about 5 minutes, I'd say. Especially with the quality of this ink. You have been able to get the fire to stick to just the blade and not the handle.
How long does it last? You said 5 minutes?
About 5 minutes before it goes out.
No.
Like, it doesn't burn your
Oh,
hands
God.
this time but you can feel the intense heat through the handle wrap.
I cannot do
Does
it, but Zara definitely can. He's probably gonna be the one
Does it
wielding
still
it
need
more.
the essence?
That's a good question.
To make it permanent, yes. But for just a quick 5-minute, hey, it's doing a little fire thing, this does appear to work.
Ooh! Oh! Did I just learn how to make fire weapon potions?
Let's not give him any ideas.
Let's not. No.
This is dangerous knowledge.
So,
That is Hestian's domain, though. So, I mean, just saying.
I mean, alchemically speaking,
You've unlocked a
you've
new
learned...
crafting recipe.
alchemically speaking, you've learned how to make the component for such a thing, but it still requires someone with enchanting skills to
That's
actually
dope.
get it on the thing.
No.
That's
That's
terrifying.
more than enough.
I'm essentially
Why
just trying to
haven't
make
we
it
given-
magical.
Yeah,
We give him this power.
with just the words
I'm essentially
and
trying to make.
with just the words and that ink, without an essence to really bind it in, functionally using like a quarter of a vial of that ink, you are giving something temporarily making something a +1 weapon that deals an additional 1d6 fire. That is what Zara
and
accomplished today.
you said that we have a vial and a half of that shit?
You had a vial and a half.
Oh
of it.
boy.
You now have a vial and a quarter of it.
Well, yeah, at this point we have like a vial at this point. Yeah. That's awesome though. That's dope. And now all we gotta do is get fucking Zara to hook up with Vinkosh to get that essence to put that flat out on a weapon, take one vial, and then we still have an emergency if we need some extra oomph going forward as well, which is dope as hell.
There's
So much.
any number of ways that could theoretically be used, so... But yeah. That all said and...
Stars.
Yes, please.
Um, forgot the first thing I was gonna say.
Oh no.
I was just gonna take out some paper that he probably still has from learning, and he's gonna start figuring out something different to write down, because he literally can't touch this blade without it hurting him.
Well, you can touch the hilt of it now.
Yeah, but it's gonna.
It is
The-
still very hot.
The hilt would,
Yes.
for anyone not resistant to fire, the hilt would be uncomfortably hot. Not quite painful, but it feels like it's fairly close.
He's just gonna start writing down a few words while mentally talking back and forth with Key.
He will make a few different suggestions. There's the word for shield, which he recommends putting on the wrap just so something to protect from the fire. But he also gives a few other words here and there. They're like, I mean, maybe this, maybe this. Yeah.
I have some ideas
have
for
an
that
idea.
rap.
Yeah.
I have an idea,
Uh-huh.
but
How long does it take Zara to inscribe the rune?
think he said like 5 minutes, and he was speaking.
So, for
It's just me writing in charcoal on it, and that's after practicing the word after a while, which I'm doing now. Wouldn't that also take 2 essences if I want to do 2 different things? Do
well,
flame blade and shield.
so more or less what the essence does is it acts as an arcane battery. What you would be doing, more or less, is you'd be tying both the fire of the blade itself to the essence, as well as whatever your protection from its own fire into the handle. They would both be tied to the same essence, because mechanically it's still only really doing the one thing. That second inscription is just to, like, help make it so you're not burning your hand on accident. If you would either
there be
want...
a way to maybe add a phrase to activate the fire on command?
Potentially, yes.
Essentially, make a flame tongue.
Yeah, again, potentially, yes. It's just, the more complex you want something to be, the more words are required, which is the issue.
Yeah, that's what I was asking. What word?
And I don't have that answer off the top of my head, and I apologize.
Right.
If I had to guess, probably...
figure it out.
Flame tongue?
I mean, you could potentially...
Or summon flame tongue? Summon flame tongue.
I mean, I believe there is a word for summon or something like that, so... Like I said, I gotta go through the
Engulf.
stuff. But especially
How about
since...
engulf and extinguish?
There is. I have it. I have a translator.
Cool. I don't have a translator, I just have
I
a
will send you now.
very long document, with all of...
Well, I just sent you the translator.
Oh, fantastic.
There isn't you don't have engulf or and extinguish, do you? Or ignite and extinguish? Or something like that.
So all I have access is to, like, a really long list of different words. That's what
Here,
I've
send me
been
the list, I
working
can
on.
find something.
I will do that after session.
While you're DMing, I can find something.
I'll keep in mind...
Extinguish is in here, engulf is, or ignite is not.
You keep in mind, like, getting these
Well,
words right...
extinguish is in here.
Getting these words right is a little bit harder because none of you speak the tongue of origins, and none of you have learned that exactly yet. Key helps Zara, but, like, you would know that your proficiency...
It's all about
language,
cadence.
your proficiency with that language will affect how difficult things are.
I understand. I'm 2 days in.
Yeah, that's fine.
2 days in.
Yeah. Alright, fantastic. But it is a very successful experiment. Definitely worth the two of you being proud of yourselves, while Hestian goes off to go collect his payment.
Yep. Oh my gosh. Vinkosh, how does it feel to be a payment?
I'm not sure how I feel about this.
I'll make you feel fine. I'll make you feel great about it. I promise. Hestian will not do any unwanted touching. It's just gonna be a good time. Just a meal, a good time, and a little bit of conversation. That's all he wants.
Shall we be off then?
Oh yes, I've actually prepared something quite special for us tonight. As I lead him into the mead hall. My friends that I have at the mead hall, do I need to make any rolls to set up a rather romantic night for the two of us?
I mean, just to set up something nice.
Mostly just, yeah, just, you know, like, like persuasion or something to have the barkeep get us top shelf fire whiskey, and have some of that boar that was just recently brought into town, and have a private place to hang out for a while and a stage for us to perform on as the night drags on.
So for just like setting up something simple, you don't need to make any rolls. But if you're wanting to convince the barkeep to like go the extra mile to help you make sure it's a
No, I want the
nice
nines.
meal,
I want the nines.
That will require persuasion.
Okay. Yeah, I want the whole 9, and I'm gonna throw all of my abilities and skills at this. So is it persuasion? You said?
Correct.
All right, that is an 18. I am going to use the last of my sorcery points to reroll that.
Of course you did.
30.
Yeah. I mean,
Oh my god.
you spend a lot of time.
Actually, no. I'm gonna use is it 3 luck points to make it a 20?
3 luck points make it 20. No, it's just a reroll.
It's a reroll? Okay, so then I don't need to do that. Then I'll use 1 luck point to make it a 20, which gives me a crit on that, which
It
put me
does
at
not.
31.
It would not make it a crit. It would make it functionally.
It wouldn't make it.
It would make
Well,
it. A
no,
31.
it's not a quote unquote crit, but it does make my D20 my D20 a 19, and instead of it being a 19, it'll be a 20, and so it'll give me that +1, so it'll be a 31, which would be what a crit would be for me.
I mean, you can do that. I don't know why you are, but you
Yep,
can.
I'm doing it because I'm vain. I'm vain. Okay.
Oh yeah.
You're so vain, you probably think this song is
You know
about
what?
you.
You know what? I'm gonna say this. I do think the song is about me. It's always about me. But I'm gonna say just like this. I'm gonna do it because it's what my character would do.
Fuck yeah. Go for it.
Alright, so...
So Hestia.
How did I get myself into?
Oh yeah.
Hestian, you are very convincing about just how special you want to make your friend feel today. And, the barkeep, goes a little bit extra. Make sure you've got some of the finer cuts from the boar, the fire mead that's perhaps aged a little longer
It's the
than
back
others.
Back fat.
Like it's same base material, but maybe some of it's just been aged a little bit longer. They make sure like you've got like a quiet table out of the way. There's flowers and all of these things. He really goes just to make this feel so welcoming, and so like I appreciate you. And yeah,
100%.
the two of you
Kind
are.
of sitting down, kind of look over at Vinkosh. I don't want you to feel on the spot or anything. I didn't really ask them to do all of this, but I do appreciate the moment of solitude for just the two of us. It does take me back to the first time we had our conversation in the bathhouse.
Can you roll me
will
deception,
admit
please?
I was a bit infatuated. What?
You're trying to hide that
you're
you
gonna
asked.
call me out?
I'm asking you to do that. Vinkosh, you can incite that if you
You wanna roll
want.
against
But...
it, Vinkosh?
I mean, it's possible I can roll on that 20, but I don't think it'll help.
Yeah. I mean,
Hestian
Yeah, no one
seems
help
like
will actually work. Yeah.
no.
Hestian seems a little embarrassed because he feels like they went a bit too far.
he just said he wanted the 9s. Don't ask for something and complain when you get it.
No, he doesn't say that to the bartender. He says it to Vinkosh when they're alone.
So yes, please
I do
continue.
appreciate you coming out with me tonight, though.
No problem. It's a nice night.
Yes, and I didn't know they had I actually didn't know they had a balcony seat out here. It's nice to be able to look out at the stars and smell the soot from the volcano, yes?
I could do without the smell, but it was a rather nice night. The stars are out. Even though smoke isn't blocking them.
Hastian is going to attempt a little physical contact as he places his hand on Vinkosh.
I think Vinkosh would let him.
I do have a few more things planned tonight. As the agreement was, you would have a few drinks and a song with me, yes?
That was the agreement.
What is your favorite song from your homeland? I might know it.
What's the song called?
This is gonna take a history check. Do I actually know this song?
I need to get the name first. One sec. Let's see.
My history is
Wonderwall. Wonderwall. Oh, that's a good romantic song.
God damn it.
No.
I've heard that at karaoke too many times.
There's never.
Well,
There's never.
I would walk 100 miles an hour.
Oh my god, no!
Copyright strike!
how about Goddess of the Mountain?
Goddess of the Mountain. Does Hestian know that song? Ugh.
I'm gonna say not with a 90.
I would have. Shit. I just brought my last sorcery point because this is still the same day. I could roll my psionic knowledge though, or my sonic talent. So 14.
But the
Do you know that
14,
song?
you're loosely familiar with the overall melody.
Okay, all I need is a melody because he's gonna sing. I'll play the tune for it. Yeah, fuck yeah. So oh yes. I'm not familiar with the words of that song, but I do know the melody. If you could be my baritone, he says in a very flirty and suggestive manner.
Well, there's no lyrics to it. Songs from my homeland don't really have them. But between the two of us, our flute should be able to manage it.
And Hestian's gonna blush. You play the flute as well.
As well as playing when we were during the barbecue, remember?
I have to admit, I was properly plied, as they like to say, and a lot of that was left to the wayside. But I do think we'll do great together as a pair, yes? And just kind of, the night goes on. I don't want to get too much in depth or drag this out too long. But yeah, kind of dragging on to the, the actual playing part. How do we do? Do we do well?
I mean, give me a performance.
My performance is so low. I'm going to.
Do remember you can use your instruments if you have proficiency over it.
Yeah.
I actually do have proficiency with my instrument.
Is it more than 8?
Well, with my instrument, it would actually add the. No, I actually don't know the song as well as I thought I did. Do I fail with the 13 though?
So you don't fail. Like, it's not your best performance.
I spend 2 luck points to reroll that. There we go.
3 luck points.
There we go.
Okay, so 3 luck
I
points.
don't use my luck points for things that are important. I use them for completely irrelevant things. Okay?
Why are you missing those psychic blades back in combat?
Hey, that fucker was held for 3 turns, okay? Move on.
So
Fair enough.
first off, it was 3 luck points, not 2. Second off, I mean, that is a really good roll. So yeah, between the two of you, especially after you've had your drinks and you go down to the stage, you're able to put in a really solid performance together.
I'm gonna pretend in my mind it's Wonderworld.
No song that wouldn't exist during this time.
I mean, neither would any songs that use the word
in my
goddess.
brain, it's Wonderworld. And after that, I would like to interact with one of my regulars that I kind of hang out with, and see if Vinkosh would like to spend the night with the two of us tonight.
I mean, you're trying to convince Vinkosh more than you are a regular, so...
I mean, I don't want to go too in depth with it, but I could like roleplay ask him though. Yeah, I mean, that's fine with me too.
I think
Actually, you know
would...
what? No, hold on. I'm going to try to invite myself to Vinkosh's room tonight.
God damn it.
Just two of us. We can make it if we try. Just the two
Oh my
of us.
god.
What is Vinkosh's reaction to this?
Hey, it could be all over the pants stuff, just hanging out for the night. Just look for a place to crash at the end of the day.
I mean, if Vinkosh senses that... What would he say?
Here, I'll put it in the terms that Hestian would specifically say it. As the night starts to drag down, you know, he does make physical contact again after we get done, you know, putting on this amazing performance. You know, everybody's clapping, having a good time. Hestian would kind of laugh and I will admit, that was one of the more enjoyable performances that I've ever had. I would like to continue this show on forward, if perhaps we could find ourselves to your room tonight. Very suggestive, very few holes in what he's looking for.
So you were after more than just a day tonight, were you?
Well, whenever it came to Zara, I just wanted to get to know him better. But for you, physical contact again as I kind of as he rubs his hand down your chest. I would honestly like to get to know you quite a bit better.
I admit, I am more experienced than one of my own kin.
Hestian perks up at that.
Wow, 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 wow.
Well, I'm always one that's in the need to learn, of course.
God, why?
Well, it's been some time since I was able to let loose a bit. Why not? I trust you enough.
Aww.
Hestian and Vinkosh fade to black? Question mark?
Oh, God.
Fade to black, fade to black. So for the rest
Please.
of you,
Awesome.
so after the experiment, Zara, I'm assuming you're just having a more or less just an average night of relaxing?
I have no idea what you said.
I said, so for everyone else, starting, like, Zara, I assume after your experiments are done, you're just going with, like, normal levels of just resting.
Zara goes to the woods.
Okay.
And Zara is running with Key.
Yeah.
ton of origins, essentially.
Absolutely. Alright, Gonthar, what are you doing for the rest of the night?
And as a side joke, if at night, if they are at the tent that Zara's been sleeping at all night, he is going to Homer Simpson's dad's immediately turn and go back to the woods.
What?
Fantastic. Next, Gonthar, what are you doing for the rest of your day off?
I'm gonna go check up on the elementals.
I mean,
Go in and
Yeah?
make sure they're doing it right.
I mean, you end up heading up the volcano, you poke your head in, you know, there's long stretches of time where, like, you don't see them. Occasionally, you think you see one of their heads pop up above the lava like they're swimming in it.
Yeah. I used to do that too. Should I join them? I might join them. I'm gonna join them! We'll go and find a safe spot outside of... in a spot where nobody is gonna get bothered by it. And she is going to she'll lay down and crawl out of her shell and go join them and play around them for the evening.
Okay. Atlas, how are
That's
you?
fun.
How are you spending the rest of the night, Atlas?
Same old resting and all that stuff. There's nothing much that Atlas can do
Fabulous.
after the whole debacle with
We lost you there, Cross.
Cross is muted. I think he has to...
sorry.
respond thing.
Yeah, I had some family stuff. Anyways, I guess there's nothing much that Atlas can do after the whole debacle with Clyde.
Yeah.
He's just like, he needs to have a little bit of rest after what he had learned of so far.
Fabulous. Hey,
What's that?
Atlas.
The child.
That's my daughter.
It's
Yeah.
fine.
She's super excited right now because it's like raining cats and dogs outside. And she's
Tell her I say
we're
hello.
yelling about it.
What was that, Robin?
And she's
Oh.
just gonna say, "Oh yeah, that's enough."
I was just gonna say,
that,
Atlas,
Robin?
can you do me a favor? Just
Yes.
real quick, like, I don't read too much into this, but while you're asleep and having a dream, could you just make me like a wisdom saving throw, please?
Oh,
Oh god fucking damn it. Why?
well, good thing I'm good at those. Wait,
Atlas, what have you gotten yourself
You
into?
say that and then crit fail.
don't.
Somehow this is entirely your fault.
How is it my fault?
No
It's a
idea,
17.
but I'm certain it is.
Well,
It's a 17. Well, you know what? I'm gonna.
Anytime
make
I'm asked to make a save, it's my fault.
Okay,
Typically
there.
because I did something stupid.
I'm gonna use 2 luck points.
So?
I'm gonna use 2 luck points to make that a 19.
Okay. So, Atlas, while you're asleep, while the night drags on, while there's just this air of nothingness as you rest in your dreams, you think back to the body of Clyde and to the body of, well, Donovan as well. And in the dark of your dreams, you remember looking at both of those bodies and how you felt seeing them dead. But the dream turns weird as before you awake, seeing those two bodies, for a moment you actually see them sort of side by side. And
Oh.
the body of Donovan begins to get up. And the body of Clyde
Oh.
reaches for its own head and begins to stand in your dream as well. And then
Feeling
you awaken.
no sense of fear. He's just gonna.
Oh my god.
He's just like, he feels no sense of fear at that. He's just emotionless at that point.
What's going on?
And I wake up basically, right?
Yeah,
Sorry for interrupting.
no, you wake up after that. The morning comes for all.
Damn. Atlas just pinches his the bridge of his nose. Just I just fucking hope that all this shit is not gonna bite me in the fucking ass again. Then he will go about his day just roaming his hometown,
Yeah.
taking the time to think back on that dream he had.
Hestian would try to make his way out of bed before Venkosh wakes up.
One night stand
Well,
is a bit one night stand.
so before
Effectively, he doesn't want to make it awkward for Venkosh in the morning. So whenever does who wakes up first is really the relevant question there.
well, I mean, one of you is a monk who's used to waking
Zara
up
slept in the
early.
woods.
Well, Hestian's a whoremonger who starts drinking at like 6 o'clock in the morning. So
It's irrelevant to me. I will say,
we can roll constitutions against each other so first.
if you,
I mean, I think Venkosh will be fine sleeping in.
Mhm. So,
If he be fine sleeping in, Hestian does wake up and kind of head out first, just to avoid the awkward conversation in the morning. He's not much of the date after kind of guy.
sounds like a skill issue. Oh,
That's fine. I mean, he's okay with that. I mean, at the end of the day, I mean, we're all going to be traveling together, so I mean, we're going to have to talk about it. But he doesn't want to have that awkwardness in the morning, though.
All right. Well, so before
Actually, you know what? Hold on. Let me.
Hestian, Hestian, I'm gonna have to. I'm gonna have to stop you right there.
Go ahead.
So before we call it for the night, because I feel this is probably a decent spot to end things for today, as a point of order, when I put the recording for last week's session up on YouTube for people to access, Cross, you're probably going to need to go through, and for any training you've been doing for, like, skills you want to learn, you're probably going to need to, like, sort out how far along into that training you are, because after people wake up the next day, it's going to be another, like, 5 days of standard, like, training and stuff, people keeping an eye out for bits of information, etc., etc., but we're all going to go over that next time. For the moment, since I feel this is a good place to stop things, thank you all for coming to play tonight. It was an interesting session, to say the least. Thank you to the lovely audience who has been here and keeping an eye on our shenaniganry this whole time. And yeah, it's been a fun session. I look forward to seeing everybody next week.